you want me to react to? Join the Ace Pit Discord right now. Scan the QR code on the screen, hit the entertainment tab, click reactions, and drop it in. Super easy. Submit today. Check, 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 check. Can y'all hear me in this thing? I had to mess around and do some volume adjustments on here, so I don't know if it sound louder, if it sound cool, if it sound low. Let me know on the volume though. Let me know how it sound. Let me know how it sound, man. Come on. Goddamn. Hey, I'm on time today, man. Goddamn. Y'all see that? I'm on time, bro. I started right when it hit 8 o'clock. Bingo. You feel me? Up in this thing. So, yeah, I want to make sure that the volume is A1. I saw somebody say it, and I'm like, damn, I thought I'd been fixed that problem when they were saying the volume be low on a TV or whatever. So I just found out some changes I needed to make. So hopefully it helps tonight. Hopefully it helps so that y'all can hear it cool on y'all TV and on y'all phones. Hopefully. Let me know. Let me know. You know what I mean? We gonna get it all straight. We gonna get it all straight. We cool? Shout out to the bag man. He said we good up in here. Shout out, man. Q660, what's going on? Shout out to the Grays, man. Who's the president of the Grays, man? Who's the president? Somebody got to be in charge of the Grays. Got to round these motherfuckers up. You know what I mean? I made one. Thank you very much then, man. That's what I like to hear, man. You know, shout out to my brother, Chat GPT. He just walked me through the volume adjustments, man. I had some things off, and I was running things through, like, a default. It was, I guess, through Streamlabs, a default. I wasn't going through my Rodecaster. It was never set to go through my Rodecaster. I don't know. That's probably what it was, man. So, you know, it's all good, man. Also, the voice is sounding extra crispy. Come on, baby. It sound extra crispy. I think we figured it out, y'all. Yeah. I think we figured it out. Shout out to the Grays, man. We got to find who will be the president of the Grays. Grays, y'all got to come together and pick somebody, man. You know what I mean? Because I need to know who to contact, you know what I mean, in case of any issues and that you can calm them down. Who can facilitate, you know what I mean, and coordinate with the Grays, man? Who can calm all these motherfuckers down, man, when they be tripping? Nah, they be chilling in here. Everybody be chilling. I don't got nothing bad to say. Everybody be chilling in here, man. We be having a good time. You feel me? Tonight, though, I just got hot topics, man. Look, y'all know I was on a zapping spree. I was getting zapped back to back, so I went live this weekend, and I just did like a couple little hot news topics. You feel me? So I'm gonna do the same tonight. It's gonna be long crime topics though, but it's gonna be the shit that's hot in the press and you know, just some other little shit. So right now, I threw in 2 body cam ones at the end though. You know what I mean? So I gotta keep those at the end because I ain't trying to get zapped in the first two videos and then yeah, it's ugly. So we gonna react tonight. We gonna get caught up with the Ashlee Jenae. I haven't researched since we did the last reaction on her. What's the latest and what's been discovered. That was about 2 weeks ago. So it should be some details out. So I found a video that I want to react to and see what's going on. What's the latest with her and the white man that went to Tanzania, Africa, and they found her strangled or hanging in her room, allegedly. So we're going to see what's up with that. Then David has been arrested. They finally arrested David. Everybody's been like, yo, it's plain as day this nigga is guilty or got something to do with it. But they finally arrested him, man. So we finna get caught up with 5 grisly details exposed in the murder complaint. We're gonna see what's going on. And then somebody sent me this to react to. 600 arrests in large human trafficking crackdown in California. It's a quick news, 10-minute clip. I don't know, we're gonna watch it, but I was like, 600 people? For human trafficking in California? God damn. And then Gucci Man. What is going on with the latest and the greatest with Gucci Man? This is going to be an update. The Gucci Man situation gets worse. So let's get caught up with that. And then double murder in Olney. The Sabir bunch story. So we're going to see what's going on with this one. This is going to be one of them crime thriller stories. And get caught up with that. And then we're going to end it with one that we was supposed to watch like 2 episodes ago when I got zapped. Boyfriend shoots girlfriend over flirty text message and calls 911 to confess, man. So, yeah, that's what we watching tonight. Keep it short, keep it cool, you know, nothing too crazy. Shout out to everybody up in this thing, man. Hold on, let me see. Let me see who up in here, man. Let me see who up in here. Westside LaRon, what's going on with you, my boy? Seb Calderon. Ugly Girls Killer. Okay. Lady M, what's happening? Most hated. Low 92. First Lady Kia's in this motherfucker. Icky Ricky. Where's Icky Ricky at, man? Where my boy Icky Ricky? I ain't saw Icky Ricky in here. Where he at? He up in here? Shout out Icky Ricky, man. Memphis May, what's up, Big Memphis? You heard me? My boy. What's going on, man? Icky Ricky, there you go. My boy Icky Ricky, what's happening with you, big dog? Mile High Stepper, Mo Schmobby, see Ufa 916, what's going on, man? I see y'all. Elijah Jones, what's happening? Jess Ellie, what's going on? Papa E, what's up, Papa E? Where the mills at, man? You been slacking, bro. You been slacking. Papa E has been slacking with the mills. He ain't give us the latest and the greatest. I think he was just fronting, y'all. He cooked for 2 days, put in 2 meals, and that was all he had, man. My boy was been fronting on us. Papa E, where the mills at, man? You the Taser Gang chef, dog. You got to keep the Discord cracking. You know what I mean? Icky Ricky said he working night shifts. That's right, my boy. Who all at work right now? Where y'all be at? You know, I want to start really sitting. I'm going to really start sitting down talking with you motherfuckers. Because where y'all at right now? Like, who at home? I be shouting everybody out, you know, if you at home, you at work, you on the road. But who's actually at home? Who's actually at work? Who's actually on the road? Let's put some faces to what's going on, some names. Because I need to know on Tuesday nights, what do y'all be doing? When y'all watching this, are y'all at work? Are y'all at home? Are y'all outside? What y'all doing right now? You know what I mean? Prison Meals with Papa E. Prison Meals? Dog. Hey, Papa E, he call your shit Prison Meals, bro. Prison Meals is crazy, dog. At the Brib on the East Coast. Okay, he's at the crib. Davey Bang's at the crib. Idiocracy is at home. Watching the Laker game, Bagman. Night shift. Okay. Elijah Jones, night shift. Okay. Westside LaRon is at the crib. You feel me?
Shout out to Big Uno and Taser Gang.
Shout out Memphis Made, man. You know what I mean? Chucky is at this motherfucker. You know what I mean? He's at the house, chilling at the crib, most hated. Yeah, everybody at the crib, everybody chilling. And motherfuckers at work. Some people are headed to the late night shift. I was going to do a late night tonight. I ain't going to lie. At first, because my kids was down here. They just went upstairs like 20 minutes ago. So my kids was down here playing, chilling. And I'm like, damn, I ain't finna kick them out to stream. I'm like, shit, they down here hanging with daddy. My daughter just got her cast off her arm right now. So, you know, she's still adjusting her arm. Even though the cast is off, she's still getting used to. So she got her cast off her arm. So she came out here, was playing some little football, hot potato and all that. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, I'm going to just do late night stream, you know? I'm going to go live at 10 o'clock. I'm going to go live at 11. But then, you know, I went to the Discord, and as I was finna go in there and type something, I saw somebody say, Pun, we have nothing to watch right now. Go live. And sometimes that's all it takes for me, man, is one person. One person motivates me to push that goddamn button. And I'm going to go live. Big Uno's gonna go live, man. So that's all it took. I saw that in the Discord, in the Gold members chat, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go live right now. Fuck it. Let's go live right now. Let's go live. You feel me? So it's cool. My girl's doing Taco Tuesdays. It's going up right now. Taco Tuesdays going up. So, the earlier I can finish, the sooner I can get to these tacos, man. So we're gonna make this a good one, y'all. We're gonna make this a good one. We're gonna react to some hot topics. And 2 law and crimes. Well, they all law and crime topics, but the body cam styles at the end. You feel me? Just in case. We ain't trying to get zappity zapped. We trying to keep this roll. How long y'all think we could go without getting zapped? How many episodes before we get zapped again, man? How many episodes y'all think we could go before we get zapped again? I'm trying to go about 40 more before we get zapped. Even though that's impossible, because we be getting zapped all the goddamn time. Especially watching these body cam videos, man. I fucking know. I don't know what to look for. Because some videos got guns, but we don't get zapped for it. And then some videos We do get zapped for it. I don't get it. Like, what is it like a certain thing somebody's doing with the gun? Okay, I know when somebody get killed on camera, yeah, I get that, but I don't know, man. Some videos they let pass. We watch a lot of body cam videos. They let guns pass. I don't know, man. You know, fuck it, man. Where is Spider-Man? Speaking of, where is Spider-Man? Spider-Man, step to the front. Where you at, doggy dog? You know what I mean? Where you at? Where's you at, bruh?
Hun, you got her come on the lunch table.
Yeah, shout out to the lunch table, nigga. Shout out to the lunch table. Let's go. Most hated with the gifted. Come on, let's get them greens up. Hey, when it's all said and done, everybody in the chat will be green, man. That is my dream, like Martin Luther King, Pun Luther King. I had a dream that everybody one day will turn green in the chat. You know what I mean? Taser Gang officials. We need everybody to be green in the chat, man. Everybody, one day. That would be my dream, man. We just in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? Big ass function going on. Green side. We ain't gonna have no gray side, because ain't gonna be no grays. You know what I mean? It's all going crazy. Welcome to the green team. I like that. Hey, Mo Say, I like that. Welcome to the green team, man. You know what I mean? The Taser Gang, if you don't know, if you have to look like, what the fuck is Pun talking about? Gray side, green side. So we have two sides of the Taser Gang, man. We got the green side and we got the gray side. The gray side, you know, that's all the viewers, man, who come in, dibble dabble, take a look. You know what I mean? Want to see what's going on. They in the club, but they not in the VIP. You know what I mean? The greens is in the VIP, but we all in the club. We all in the club. We all partying. But the greens is VIP, man. So if you want to be VIP, you know what I mean? Come on over and join the green side. But don't worry. If you a part of grays, you still in the club. You get to see what's going on. You know what I mean? You just don't get the exclusives. You don't get the cool emojis. You don't get the access streams, the early access streams. You don't get to see videos first. A lot of videos I do, I space them out 2 weeks apart, 3 weeks out. You know what I mean? You get to see them first. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And I talk, give y'all some insights on certain things, what's going on. And I build with y'all and get ideas from y'all, exchange ideas, come up with ideas, different things together, man. So, you know, shout out to the goddamn members. Shout out to the members. Come on, Rising Moon. Don't start doing that, man. I just told you we all in the club, brother. We all in the club. Rising Moon said, Pun, I've been rocking since day one, man. Come on. We all in here.
Check out meal of the day I just cooked that ran 100 fire.
All right, my boy is back. Poppy is back with meal of the day. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's see what my boy got going, man. Papa E, meal of the day. Let's see what my boy got. Where he at? Let's see. All right. Papa E. What the fuck, man? What the hell? Is this a pop burner?
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Papa E, where's the food? Is this some imaginary shit? Some see-through food? Some transparent grits? Nigga, what you got going in this motherfucker? I can't see nothing. What is this, Papa E? What is that, butter? Papa E, talk to us, bro. What is that, bro? What is that? My boy Papa E crazy, man. Oh. What's going on here, man? What is this? Yeah. That's why I fuck with Papa E, cuz. Let's go, Papa E. We don't know what the fuck you doing, but all right. Yeah. Choppity chop. Oh. Damn. What is this, Papa E? What is this called? Green bean stew? What is this? Green bean? What? Hey, Taser Gang, what should he call this meal right here? I need everybody right now to put some input. I need input from every last person in this motherfucker. I see 200 plus people. I need 200 plus motherfuckers in the chat right now. What should Papa E call this meal right here, man? What do we call this meal? Green bean soup. Mud beans. Prison food. A little sauce. Uh-huh. Come on. The sale special. Mud butt. Pig slop. Damn. Voodoo soup. Prison casserole. Puke casserole. Dirty beans. God damn. The poor man stew. Pig soup. Soup incarcerated. Damn. Green bean slop. Come on, man. Some bullshit. Hey, why y'all getting at that nigga like that? Trash as fuck. Pat's fan said trash as fuck. Damn. Nah, my boy doing it up, man. Hold on. Don't get that Papa E. Because if y'all sleeping, y'all better go back to his previous meals, nigga. Papa E's meal of the days is going live in the Discord. If y'all want to see what Papa E cooking, go check him out, man. Hold on. Let me wake y'all game up. Yeah, Papa E. Let him know. Let him know, Papa E. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right here, brother. What is that, meatloaf or something? Is that meatloaf? What is that? Is that meatloaf? Let me see. Hey, Papa E, is this meatloaf or what is this? I don't know what this is. My nigga says that Facebook Marketplace food.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
My nigga got that Facebook Marketplace food. Hey, Papa E, I'm fucking with it, my boy. You know what I mean? You doing your big one right here. I see you cheating though. Look, you got them bag of green beans over there. Them green beans, oh, organic. Okay, you got them frozen green beans. Nah, man, you gotta go hit the farmer's market. Get you some fresh ones, bro. Don't use all that shit, that frozen shit, bro. You know what I mean? You're gonna lose the flavor. You're gonna lose the taste, man. Don't use that frozen shit, brother. You know what I mean? It's just loaf. Okay. Papa E said, I don't cook a lot. Oh, that's pork loin. Oh, okay, pork loin. Oh, I thought that was meatloaf. All right, well, shout out Papa E, man. That's right, Papa E. Make sure y'all tune in Papa E's Meal of the Day, man. It's going up in Discord. Just go to the Meal of the Day tab. That's all Papa E right there. If you want to join in, if you feel like you could do better, if you feel like your meals is better, if you feel like you at home right now cooking a meal, go drop that motherfucker in there. We'll pull it up. We'll let the Taser gang comment, and we'll let them respond and see what they think about your meal. Since y'all over here laughing at my boy Papa E, we'll see what you think about your meal. You know what I mean? So I'll give y'all some time. We'll watch 2 reactions, and we'll go back and check it out. See what's going on, man. All right? It's all good. Shout out my boy Papa E, man. Moose Knuckles. WWW. W's in the chat for Papa E, man. W's in the chat for Papa E. Come on, we gonna keep it play over here. It's the player side, man. W's in the chat, man. E for effort. You know what I mean? E for effort. You know what I'm saying? At least my boy trying. Hey, it might taste good. Who knows? It might taste good. You feel me? All right. But we up in here, though, y'all. We about to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reactions tonight. How y'all feeling out there, man? How y'all feeling? Y'all got 6 reactions in y'all? Y'all down? Y'all down to take this ride? That's what we gonna do. They ain't super long. You know, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 30, 20, 25. So we gonna be in this motherfucker about 3 hours. 3 hours, man. Something simple, something light. He said E for yuck. Something simple, something light. And yeah, we're gonna get caught up, man. Let's see what's going on in the world. I'm really interested in this David case because we've been following this one from day one. It's been dragged out for about 6 months now. And now that they arrested him, they're starting to let shit roll out. They was very quiet. They were very discreet about what they had all this time. But now they are starting to let shit pour out. So that's what we're going to find out. 5 grisly details. Let's see what's going on. All right. But first, let's get caught up with this Ashlee Jenae situation, man. Let's get caught up. She went to Tanzania, got proposed to by her new boyfriend. They was together for what? A couple months, a weeks, 3 months or something, a couple weeks, who knows? It wasn't long. Long story short, goes to Tanzania. She gets proposed to, celebrates it on IG, celebrates her birthday, and then ends up dead. They found her in a hotel room, hanging, strangled. Basically, they're trying to say it was suicide. Her family's not rolling. That last I looked, her family like, that's bullshit. Why would she hang herself? Rumor has it they were in a room. They were arguing. They had to get separate rooms. That was the last I heard. You know, so they were saying it could have been some potential cheating going on or a dispute, arguing. So let's get caught up. Let's see what they got to say right here. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I need something to drink first. Hold on. Let's get it. All right, we back. Let's get it. Let's see what happened in Tanzania, man.
More updates about the Ashlee.
Let's get it. Boom, boom, boom. Ashlee Jenae found out Fiance was heck. Oh, uh-oh. All right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions, and right now we are finna get caught up on this Ashlee Jenae case. You know, the suicide, alleged suicide in Tanzania on a trip for her birthday after being proposed to. Everyone says, they not rolling, man. New details have emerged. Let's get caught up.
So, we have more updates about the Ashlee Jenae and Joe McCann case from the Director of Criminal Investigations and locals down in Zanzibar. Now, what you should know is that a lot of what is being reported is in Swahili because it's info coming from the locals. But y'all are in luck because your girl understands the language, so I can assure you that nothing will be lost in translation. There are details about how Ashlee and Joe had several heated arguments from the moment they stepped in Zanzibar, how Joe was a frequent visitor in Zanzibar and wasn't a visitor at the resort, and how they argued because he would leave Ashlee in the villa to go and hook up with local women. Yikes!
What?
Cheating with locals? Apparently, Joe also had a friend in Zanzibar who was brought in for questioning. And I've also seen some reports of Ashlee's engagement ring being found and allegedly having blood stains. Baby, it's messy as hell, and info is coming in hot. Okay, first of all, I don't know why this report is not available online, but I was able to track it down from one of the news sites in Zanzibar, and the Director of Criminal Investigations has provided a detailed timeline, stating that Joe and Ashlee checked into Zuri Hotel, Villa number 25, with a planned departure for April 10th, 2026. He confirmed that, just like the streets were saying, there was a dispute between the two of them, and it was so bad that the person in Villa number 24 alerted the hotel staff, and that's when they were separated into different rooms. He said that the staff decided to relocate Joe to Villa number 65, which is approximately 8 to 10 minutes from Ashlee's room. Now, at around 7:30 p.m., on the day Ashlee was found, one of the attendants was doing his evening rounds when he visited Villa number 25 where Ashlee was staying, and she told him that she needed a phone charger. The attendant gave Ashlee his phone charger and then proceeded to Villa 24 and 26, but Ashlee had told him to come back after about 10 minutes. According to what the Director of Criminal Investigations said, the attendant went back after about 20 minutes. He knocked on the door, there was no answer, and all the lights were turned off. Maybe he felt that something was off since they had agreed with Ashlee that he should go back for his phone charger after a few minutes. And when he couldn't get a hold of her, he used his emergency key to open the door.
Huh? Hold on, nigga. You gotta jumping the gun, brother. Why are you coming in my room after 20 minutes? I don't know you. I just asked for a charger. All right, see, now this is where it gets tricky, man. Nah. Because that nigga could be in on it. That nigga could be in on it. Because wait a minute. 20 minutes later, she's dead after seeing you asking for a charger. You leave. 20 minutes later, she's dead. So they're saying the husband came in there, her fiance came in there and killed her in 20 minutes. Is that what people think? All right, let's keep watching.
And that's when he discovered Ashlee suspended from the internal wardrobe hanging rod using a gray
Huh?
bathrobe belt. Based on the report, at the time, she was still alive but struggling. So he raised the alarm and they rushed Ashlee to the nearest hospital. Then, after initial treatment, Ashlee was transferred to another hospital for specialized care, but she
What?
passed on the next day at about 3 p.m. Now, I've seen how this part about the attendant has brought confusion online, but what you need to understand is
Wait,
that
so she was still alive when she left the hospital? I mean, when she left hanging? This is interesting.
this attendant had given Ashlee his phone charger, and I'm assuming he probably told her that his shift would be over soon and he needed his phone charger back, which is why Ashlee probably told him to go back after a couple of minutes. Honestly, at first, this is what I thought made sense, only to come across POVs from the locals saying that Joe wasn't exactly a stranger in Zanzibar. He actually knew the lay of the land, and the people at the resort knew him well. And now, a lot of people are wondering whether they were covering for Joe. Think about it. The staff claims they moved Joe to a completely different villa that was 10 minutes away. Then, they claim Ashlee told the attendant to come back for his charger in a similarly short window of time. Isn't it a bit too convenient? By placing Joe 10 minutes away and having a staff member discover the scene soon after, they create a timeline where it's physically impossible for Joe to have been in the room. To some people, considering these are people he apparently knew before, it feels less like a carefully constructed alibi to prove there's no way he could have committed a crime. And here's the thing.
This motherfucking hotel don't got no damn cameras? Like, what hotel don't got cameras? Like, you could see a hallway and track where he was at and where she was at, and if that story is true, if he came and gave her a charge and 20 minutes later came back. Because that is super random. How do I go from asking you for a phone charger to now 20 minutes later I'm hanging myself? Why the hell would I want a charger? If I'm going to check out, what I want a charger for? So that right there makes absolutely no sense. If the last time you seen her, hey, can I use your charger? And then she said, come back and get it in 20 minutes. And then you come back in 20 minutes, she's hanging herself. That don't even make sense. That don't add up. But let's see.
Locals are saying that because of that familiarity, Joe was well aware of how things worked behind the scenes, specifically the fact that the local police and the staff could be bribed. It definitely adds a different layer to the story when you realize he chose a spot where he knew he could likely buy his way out of trouble if things went south. Apparently, what the police are not saying is that they took about 10 people into questioning, including the hotel staff and a white friend of Joe who was in Zanzibar at the time. Like, this man was so at home in Zanzibar that he even had foreign friends there. Plus, it also doesn't make sense that Ashlee's family is still being kept in the dark about autopsy results, even though it's been completed. Her father had to fly to DC just to get US officials to help communicate with Tanzanian authorities, but they're still not releasing her body or the findings. Like, what are they really hiding? Or covering up? But that's not even all, guys. I know a lot of y'all have also been wondering what the arguments were all about. Well, a source from Zanzibar is now revealing that Joe and Ashlee were arguing because he was cheating on her, and he would leave the villa to go and be with other local women in Zanzibar. Apparently, there was even another argument at the reception because somebody was flirting with Ashlee, and he got offended, and Ashlee started screaming about him cheating on her. This was the problem, and I don't know how this escalated to the point where she—
See. This is the problem with social media, bro. Like, you would have never expected from all these pictures that she's doing while she's out there. See, people want to make their life seem so, you know what I mean, so beautiful and glorious and perfect. You're out there feeding giraffes, you're celebrating your birthday, you're getting proposed to and jumping on them. You fully jumping on with lions walking. The whole time you're over here worried about him cheating. He's really, in real life, you're worried about him cheating. Y'all got to be separating rooms because y'all arguing. But on social media, y'all making it look the part. Y'all making it look so happy. And that's why people are conflicted. But the easy go-to, obviously, because she's black and he's white, a lot of people will just off that go like, oh, the white man did it. You know what I mean? But then you also, it'd be situations. I'm not saying he did. I don't know the nigga from Can of Paint. You know what I mean? Listen, I just was going off facts. I present the facts and I can tell you what I think. But I don't know him from campaign to judge him on how he is with bitches. I don't know. You know what I mean? But did he do it? Y'all let me know. If y'all really know who the guy is, y'all heard about him, let us know in the comment section. But as far as creepy motherfuckers working at these hotel buildings too, that is a real thing. There be some creepy ass motherfuckers working at these hotels. Janitors, room attendants, all the motherfuckers, man, they be doing some creepy shit. So you can't never not count them in too on doing something, you know? But I don't get why they don't have cameras. Like, you know, it seemed like a nice hotel there. Like, why they don't got camera? They can just pull camera footage and see who was in the room, who walked to the room, where, you know what I mean? Confirm the stories. But maybe they already did, who knows?
Lost her life, but trust me, we are going to find out soon. And about these issues, one of Ashlee's friends is now saying that Ashlee had told her that she was scared and that she wanted to end things because she had had repeated arguments with Joe and major fights even before she went on the trip. According to the friend, Ashlee wanted to leave, but she was afraid because this man is very aggressive. And after a bit of digging, I also found other incidents from the past that put a lot of question marks on Joe's character. Like, there's an article from when Joe married his first wife in 2018, and the article starts off when she said this was the toughest decision of her life. Can you imagine your wedding to the man you supposedly love being the toughest decision in your life? So this is what happened. The ex-wife, who I won't mention by name, has a father, but she was tasked with the decision of walking down the aisle alone because the dad refused to walk her down the aisle.
Damn.
Ask yourself this. Why would a father refuse to walk his daughter down the aisle on his daughter's most important day?
Damn.
It's obviously because he had a problem with Joe, right? And it's likely because he had seen the signs. Now, I'm gathering that from the influence of Joe, he convinced the bride to walk down the aisle alone. And as she came down the aisle at that moment, she said he promised her, "You will never have to walk alone in life again." The sad thing is that Joe made this promise to her only for him to leave her in 2021 while she was pregnant with their second baby.
Oh my God, this guy's an asshole. He did it. He did it. Guilty. Yeah. I need to get some a breakdown of your MO, nigga. How you is? You left her pregnant? The daddy didn't want to come down the aisle. He don't fuck with you. You got to be a fucked up motherfucker to still proceed with the wedding, even though you know the daddy don't fuck with you. That's like, oh, damn, your dad don't want to give you away. That'd be kind of like a deal breaker, unless y'all on some goddamn Bonnie and Clyde shit. But, you know, clearly you wasn't, because as soon as she got pregnant, you dipped on her. Damn.
Allegedly, there was a lot of aggressive behavior in this marriage as well, and that's why people are saying they believe that when it comes to Ashlee, Joe was the aggressor. I've also heard that reporters said there was no forced entry into Ashlee's room. However, they did find Ashlee's engagement ring in a rental car at the end of the hotel. Apparently, the ring was a little concerning to them because it has blood stains on it, and they took it in for forensic to check if the blood belonged to Ashlee, Joe, or someone else. This part I honestly cannot verify.
Who rental car?
So I won't dwell much on it, but as soon as I get more details, I will definitely break it down. And by the way, let me clear something up because a lot of people have been tagging the wrong resort on social media. Ashlee did not die at the hotel with the lion that has been popping up on our timelines since the story broke. This resort is in another town in Tanzania and not Zanzibar where she died. In fact, the team at Serval said Ashlee was happy when she was at their resort, and they responded to one of the posts saying, "We truly understand your concern, and we are deeply saddened to see this happen. During her time with us, she was very happy, which is clearly reflected in her experience and her last social media posts from Serval."
Hey, shut the fuck up. Stop making this about you. How you know she was happy, nigga? Clearly she was going through some shit with that man if she told her homegirl before she went out there, "I don't really want to go." But okay, so let's make this make sense. Her best friend is saying, she told me I don't really want to go. It's her birthday. She only been with this nigga a couple months, right? They said like 3 months or something. They get out there and he instantly proposed to her. She's happy. She posted on social media. And then she finds out he's cheating. He got other women, so they get in a huge argument. Damn, that's really fast. Like, really think about that. If they was only together for 3 months, proposed to, she didn't really want to go. Did her family even know this nigga like that? Like, what type of bond does your dad build with you in 3 months? And then you end up dead. Boom. That is crazy. Like, nigga, you really crashed out like that?
She left our premises in good condition and in a positive mood. The incident did not occur at our property, and we do not have further information regarding the situation or the person she was with. We kindly advise following official updates from the relevant authorities for accurate information. See, these issues between Joe and Ashlee escalated in Zanzibar, where Joe was familiar with the resort and the staff, where he knew he could pay his way out, and where he would leave Ashlee in the villa to allegedly go and hook up with local women. And to think that this happened immediately after the engagement? Of course she crashed out. What we are still trying to figure out is whether or not he's the one who unalived her. And we can only know whether there was foul play when the authorities in Tanzania release the real autopsy, which is taking too long. Meanwhile, let me know what you think of how this case is unfolding in the comments section below.
Yeah, man. Dang. Rest in peace, Ashlee Jenae. Rest in peace, Ashlee Jenae. Right now, I need to know what you think. What does this sound like to you? What do you think happened? Yeah, I know a lot of you majority going to say he killed her. You know? Yeah. That could be a possibility for sure. Or he could, like, he got paper, right? You out there, you know, I'm sure it's somebody that takes some money too, that you could pay to go in a room and do that, you know, execute her. You know, it may be a situation like that as well. Well, hey, maybe he didn't get his hands dirty, but, you know, he funded the move. It could be that. Or it could be a creepy ass nigga that work at the hotel that saw opportunity, a woman that was going through something with her man. You know, it's niggas that prey on women like that. So you got to watch ladies who don't, you know, crying about your man in public. And it's niggas that prey on women like that, you know. So you got to watch that shit. I don't know. It's a wild world we live in, y'all. You can't never count out nothing, you know. But in this situation, I think a lot of people feel like it was him. You know what I mean? All roads, all signs lead to him. But let's see, man. We're going to keep y'all updated as we find out more right here on ABP Reactions, man. But let me know what y'all think. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. That's a tricky one, y'all. Damn. You know, that's a tricky one, man. We all want to be like, yeah, it was him, for sure. But then sometimes it be the one factors that nobody count, which be like the random nigga that's been stalking her on a. Y'all didn't see that shit recently where it was a nigga who followed a woman back to her hotel room from the pool? Y'all saw that shit? She was walking on the phone with her homegirl, and it was a creepy-ass nigga that was at the pool that was watching her the whole time. And then he walked up like he was going to his room behind her, and when she went to her door, he tried to, rush her in the door and shit. Like, it'd be some creepy-ass niggas at these hotels, man. So that's why the only reason I'm saying, like, yeah, I'm with you, it may be him, but you can't count out that creeps do be at hotels. Even the workers, the janitors, the bellhops. These niggas be weirdos, man. And he's talking about over there. Like, it could be a lot going on. I don't know, man. Sad situation, though, man. Life gone too soon. But asking for a charger and in 20 minutes being found strangled, hanging from the closet, that don't even make sense. It makes no sense at all. But rest in peace to her, man. Condolences to the family, man. Goddamn. And it fucked me up right now that they said she was still alive. She wasn't even dead when they got her, when they came in the room. So, damn, that's fucked up. Sad situation, man. Sad situation. All right, Taser gang, what's happening? I see all the greens up in this thing. I see all the grays. You feel me? I see y'all in here deep, holding it down. We are here, man. Tuesday nights. Y'all know that's my nights, nigga. I run Tuesday nights. It's my shit. You know what I mean? We in this motherfucker. We gonna give y'all the best, hottest reactions on the goddamn internet, man, on the goddamn tube right here, because they're all selected by y'all, but not tonight, because, nigga, y'all been getting me zapped. You know what I mean? Especially one person. One person been getting me zapped. Hey, drop the emojis. Who's been getting me zapped, man? Drop the emojis if you know who's been getting me zapped. It just keeps happening too. That's what's crazy. My boy keep doing it. It's like he's working against us, y'all. He's here with us, but he's working against us. Like he's trying to get us zapped. Oh, no. Say it ain't so.
Oh, hell no.
Say it ain't so.
Fuck, man.
Like, what if my boy's like a mole or something, like he was sent over here from the other side to try to take us down? You know what I mean? My boy Spider-Man. The mole. The move. Spider-Man. Say it ain't so, Spider-Man, because it's for some reason you and Lady N, she's real protective of the Taser gang, man. She's real protective. And you don't like that. Spider-Man don't like that. Yeah, now I got me thinking, bro, because now I'm in my detective bag right now. We just watched that video, so now I'm in my detective bag. And I'm thinking, that could be the case. Why do I keep getting zapped? I put Spider-Man, I said, hey, Spider-Man, let me know if any videos got guns. And all right, got you. And he sends me the videos with all the guns that get me zapped. Hey. Damn. That's really crazy when you think about it. Since I'm in my detective bag, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the next reaction, man. We're going to go to the next reaction. And this is the one I want to see, man. David has been officially arrested for murder, man. He has been officially arrested for murder. And right now, let's see these 5 details. Let's see what's going on, man. Jesus Christ. He done fucked up. All right, let's get it, man. We got to make this make sense, man, because right now, you know, that murder in Tanzania, Zanzibar doesn't make sense. Spider-Man sending me videos, getting my channel zapped back to back, don't make sense. And this David situation just doesn't make sense at all. Like, what? Why nobody? Why it take so long? Let's figure it out, man. Let's figure it out. All right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions, man. And David has officially been arrested, man. He is in jail behind bars. And right now, we finna see 5 grisly details exposed in the David murder case. Let's go.
We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date.
David was in court. The criminal complaint, including the complex murder charge, has been made public, and I interviewed the Los Angeles County District Attorney about what is going on right now. Lot to get into with the latest in the murder case of David, the man accused of brutally killing a 14-year-old girl. We want to break down the statements, what to expect from an upcoming hearing, whether this is a strong case, what the evidence may be. Is there a tension between the LAPD and the DA on charging David? A lot to get into. We're going to start right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. By the way, if you're into content creation, if you're putting things out on social media, have you ever wondered how we're able to share so many of these clips from all of these cases, all of these stories so quickly as they're all unfolding? Here's a secret. Not a secret, I'm going to tell you what it is. Opus Clip. It's an all-in-one AI editor that makes it so...
I see what you did there. Buddy-o. Nice.
/sidebar to get a free week and then 50% off. So a lot more David news we got to break down. We have the criminal complaint. We have his first court appearance. I have my interview with the Los Angeles County District Attorney regarding the timing of these charges, because there was a theory that the LAPD and the DA's office, maybe they weren't on the same page. We have a statement from David's family. So much to get into. And I also want to bounce this off of my guests later on in the show to make sense of what may be happening behind the scenes, okay? Now, this piggybacks off of what we talked about yesterday when the 21-year-old singer, the romantic homicide singer, was officially charged by the LADA in connection with the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose decomposed, dismembered body was found in the trunk of a Tesla reportedly registered to David back on September 8th, 2025. Now, to be clear, before I even get into the criminal complaint, David is innocent until proven guilty, okay? These are merely allegations, okay? They haven't been proven in a court of law. Just want to make that clear. Now, I'll tell you what, instead of going to the presser from yesterday that was held by the LADA, because we played all of that in our prior episode from yesterday, what we didn't have yesterday when we did that episode, but we have right now, is the official criminal complaint. It was filed, it has been released, we have our hands on it. So let me read to you. On or about April 23rd, 2025, in the county of Los Angeles, the crime of murder was committed by David Anthony Burke, who did unlawfully and with malice aforethought murder Celeste, a human being. So you're talking about a premeditation, you're talking about an intent to kill. It is further alleged that the murder of Celeste was intentional and was carried out by the defendant, David Anthony Burke, for financial gain.
Really?
It is further alleged that Celeste was a witness to a crime and was intentionally killed because of that fact. It is further alleged that the murder of Celeste was committed by David Anthony Burke and that the defendant intentionally killed the victim by means of lying in wait.
Wow. Wait, what did she witness? What did she witness that he had to kill her?
It is further alleged that in the commission and attempted commission of the above offense, David Anthony Burke personally used a deadly and dangerous weapon, sharp instrument. By the way, what you're seeing here are special circumstances allegations that could enhance the penalty. So you're talking life in prison, you're talking potential death penalty, even though there's a moratorium on executions in California. So originally, when you had a murder charge, it would be, 25 to life with the possibility of parole. If the jury sides or believes that these special circumstances occurred beyond a reasonable doubt, then you're talking about that enhancement. You're talking about life in prison without the possibility of parole, or again, even the death penalty. And look, we knew that he was being investigated for murder. We didn't know these particular theories, right? The main theory here that was revealed by prosecutors was that Burke allegedly invited Celeste to his house, at which point he was lying in wait to murder her, to kill her, because she was allegedly going to report or expose her alleged sexual relationship with David in some way. That is
Oh. So she was going to air his ass out. And he snapped. And he got a tour coming up. Oh, no, hell no. You about to fuck up the play, my money, my name, my exposure. You're going to... And he got rid of her. Oh, that's a cold narrative. I could see that. I could see that really being a thing. That would make sense. Like, why? That's motive. That's great motive. She was finna air his ass out. Damn.
a crime because she was a minor. So again, the circumstances of that are not entirely clear. I don't know how they're going to prove that, but that seems to be their main theory, which brings me to the next charge. On or between September 7th, 2023 and September 7th, 2024 in the county of Los Angeles, the crime of continuous sexual abuse in violation of Penal Code Section 288.5, a felony, was committed by David Anthony Burke, who did unlawfully engage in 3 and more acts of substantial sexual conduct and 3 or more lewd and lascivious acts with Celeste, a child under the age of 14 years, while the defendant resided with and had recurring access to the child. So not just one alleged occasion, but multiple. Pattern here. Again, how they'll be able to prove that, maybe text, witness testimony, videos, I don't know, photographs. It will be interesting. On or about May 5th, 2025, in the county of Los Angeles, the crime of unlawful mutilation of human remains was committed by David Anthony Burke, who did willfully and unlawfully mutilate remains known to be human, specifically the remains of Celeste. Now, you're going to see this more from court in a minute, but David's legal team went on the defensive, okay? They issued the following statement. The actual evidence in this case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. Such specific language there. Now, in a separate statement on Monday, a lawyer for Mr. Burke's family, Kent Schaefer, said the Burkes are not surprised but are terribly disappointed that the district attorney chose to charge David. Nevertheless, they support and stand by him 100%.
All right, see, here's the thing, though. Like, you got to make this make sense, y'all. Like, here's the thing that fucks everything up. One, you saying, hey, it wasn't me. 2, That don't make sense because, in my eyes, like it's kind of like it happened in front of you're in a car. Who has access to your car for one? Let's start there. And if it's somebody that don't know you, you're saying they broke into your car to put her body in there. They killed her and put her in your car. It got to be somebody that got access to your car, which would, number one suspect, be you. And if it ain't you, then who? Because then the who would be like, who wants her dead? And then who would take her and then put her in your car? That's the part that doesn't add up at all. The car is what's throwing everything off. In front of your house, in your car, the car that's in your name, and it's in your car for months. That's the part that's throwing everything off. So it's like, brother, how your team gonna have to come up with something crazy to explain that. How is that possible? And you not know. And you're not wondering where she's at. She's been missing for 1.5 years because she's been with you. And now she's missing and you're not questioning it. I don't know, man. It's tricky.
Patrick Steinfeld, a lawyer apparently for the Rivas Hernandez family, said in a statement that family members were, quote, committed to ensuring that Celeste's voice is heard, and added that upon learning of David's arrest, her father, Jesus Rivas, said, thank God, justice for Celeste. And then we go to what happened later on in the day yesterday. David's arraignment, okay, where the defense requested an immediate preliminary hearing. I'm going to explain this afterwards, but take a look.
Counsel, on behalf of your client, do you waive formal reading of the complaint, advisement of rights, including armed forces and veterans' rights, enter a plea of not guilty, denying any and all special allegations, enhancements, and priors?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're requesting a preliminary hearing within the period?
Yes, Your Honor. From the media reports, apparently there have been 4 months of secret grand jury proceedings. We believe that Mr. Burke is entitled at the earliest opportunity to an open preliminary hearing and the proceedings not be done in secret. So we are asking for a preliminary hearing to be set at the earliest possible date on the 10th date. Your Honor, we believe the actual evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, nor was he the cause of her death. And we would like to be able to have the evidence come into the light of day at the earliest opportunity in order to establish that. We're asking for April 23rd as a 3 of 10, Your Honor.
So maintaining his innocence, saying he didn't murder her, not the cause of her death. Again, find that interesting, because I do wonder, what are you saying here? That there's going to be a battle of experts? It's not entirely clear what caused her death. Are you going to be pointing the finger at someone else? Goes to the idea of the preliminary hearing. So as opposed to...
like, who else? Who else? Who? Like, they haven't gave us another name, another option besides the manager. Manager, he came out the gate. I don't live out there, nigga. I'm not his day-to-day. I don't live out there. Then the homeboy done fell out with him. He had the little Asian homeboy. They done fell out over this shit. He calling that nigga a weirdo. So make this make sense. Who would want this 14-year-old girl dead? And who would want her dead in that manner where they're trying to chop her body up and then hide her body in a trunk of a car? Who would have that much hate for this little 14-year-old girl? Oh, David.
Grand jury, which is a secret proceeding. It's more one-sided. You have jurors. You just need a majority to determine there's probable cause to indict. Here you go to a court. A court, you present the evidence by the prosecution to suggest there's probable cause for this case to move forward. The defense has an opportunity to fight back, though, at this hearing. And it's interesting that they're asking for this immediate. They want to put the pressure, it seems, on the prosecution. So again, not the typical grand jury route. I want you to keep that in mind because, again, I interviewed LADA, Los Angeles District Attorney Nathan Hochman, who filed these charges. You'll see what he had to say in a minute. But from there, you get a back and forth in court yesterday on discovery, the evidence in the case, a back and forth on the coroner's report, because as we know, the ME's findings have been sealed. But as you're about to see, maybe not for long.
We have been given almost no discovery thus far. We've received a 3-page follow-up report, no autopsy report, and a copy of the complaint, and we would ask the people respectfully to produce discovery at the earliest opportunity.
Your Honor, as I've indicated to counsel, there's approximately 40 terabytes of discovery in this case. Moreover, in order to obtain the transcripts from a grand jury investigation, counsel has to file a motion.
Damn, 40 terabytes.
She knows the way the system works. I'm not able to gather those. They have to be provided after the court orders them released because it was an investigation. Second of all, if counsel plans on going to a preliminary hearing within the 10 days, it is unlikely that there will be very much discovery provided within that period, given the voluminous nature and how long it's going to take to copy onto drives. In addition to that, the coroner's report was sealed in this case in order to prevent it from hampering truthful testimony from witnesses that testified at the grand jury. So an order will also have to be obtained in order to get the coroner's department, which is now the medical examiner's department, to release those materials.
Your Honor, it's surprising news given the district attorney's office held a press conference this morning where they discussed the cause of death, apparently under seal and not released by the coroner's office, as did the robbery homicide unit to the press. So we would again reiterate, we believe that Mr. Burke is entitled to discovery. We have served the people with notice. They have 15 days to produce discovery in this case. We would ask that they do that in conscientious earnestness and as quickly as possible.
I'd ask the court to make an order today. We'll take a copy of the minute order ordering the Department of Medical Examiner to release their coroner's report in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So they trying to call they bluff. Like, nigga, y'all better present what y'all got or else let this nigga go. So do they got something is the question. What do they got? Or are y'all just holding them? You know what I mean? Because y'all don't want to be embarrassed for looking crazy for not having this nigga under arrest. Because I definitely know that LAPD was feeling the pressure. They was feeling the pressure from everybody. Like, nigga, why hasn't an arrest been made? Make it make sense. So, let's see.
The court will order that the medical examiner release the report in this case.
So it appears that that medical examiner report is going to be released. And when that autopsy report comes out, that will hopefully fill in a lot of the blanks in terms of cause of death, what authorities believed happened to Celeste, the potential use or the alleged use of this sharp instrument. And as Hochman indicated in his press conference yesterday, he said the coroner has come up with a conclusion. Speaking of the LADA, I spoke with him, Nathan Hochman, on my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live last night. And among other things, I asked him about why David wasn't charged on Friday when he was arrested, when apparently there were these grand jury proceedings that were underway, whether there was any tension between the LAPD and the DA. Like maybe something happened in the grand jury proceedings, something was a holdup and they couldn't get back an indictment, and the LAPD arrested David, put pressure on the DA's office to charge. Here was his response.
There's an investigative grand jury that hears testimony, can receive documents through subpoenas, and then there's an indictment grand jury. While we can't comment yet until the grand jury transcripts are unsealed by a court, I can't even confirm that a grand jury has occurred. There have been media reports that certain individuals, both cooperative witnesses and uncooperative witnesses, went in front of the grand jury.
So there was this report that perhaps you weren't on the same page when it came to charging David. Your response?
That's completely unfounded. We have been on the same page working in lockstep with the LAPD robbery homicide since they picked up this case in September of 2025.
And basically made the argument that preliminary hearings are common here, again, that they're lockstep, on the same page. But obviously I'm made of questions here. I really want to know where this is going to go. What are we reading behind the lines? What is the strength of the case? What is the strength of the evidence? I want to bring on friend of the show, friend of mine, trial attorney Rich Schoenstein. Rich, always good to see you. Thanks for taking the time. There's so much to break down here. First of all, the charges. We anticipated that there was going to be a murder charge, right? What we didn't anticipate, or at least I'll speak for myself, multiple theories here, right? Multiple special allegations, lying in wait, witness, financial gain. I didn't see that. And also the sex crimes charges, right? I mean, that was another big one where there had been this thought, if you want to charge David, if you want to go after him, is there not evidence that he was allegedly involved in a sexual relationship with a minor?
They found out. I mean, they had that evidence before, like in the beginning. Remember when they presented the evidence of her talking to her homegirl in a DM, and she was talking about she was bleeding after she had sex with David? So they found that in a DM. That was in the beginning when this first happened, when all like everybody started shooting out everything they knew from like Discords and Reddits and all that stuff. That was one of the first things that came out. And she admitted that they had sex. So, but my thing is this, it's always been, who are the people around this nigga, man, that you were going places with this little girl? Even them, what's them niggas, FaZe Clan. You was taking her to the FaZe Clan events and FaZe Clan house. This little girl, everybody's seeing you with this little girl. This is a 13-year-old at the time. A 13-year-old girl. You're walking around, holding hands, and nobody's questioning you, brother. That don't come off as weird to y'all? The fact that this nigga is walking around, he's not hiding it. It's not like, oh, he only sees her at night when nobody sees. He is literally doing videos with her, taking him to events with her, taking her to events with him. Nigga, she's in public with the nigga, all while she's reported kidnapped. That's what makes it even crazier. All while her family is looking for her. She's at events with this nigga. And now she comes up missing. And everybody act like they don't know nothing. That's just crazy.
You could have arrested him earlier on and then figured out the homicide charges. So I'm made of questions here. First, let me ask you, the murder charge and the way that they're charging it, it seems like they're going different paths towards a potential conviction.
Yeah, well, they have three different, you alluded to it, they have three different special circumstances. They have the theory that, lying in wait, under the theory that he, I guess, was waiting for her, that he did it for financial benefit, and that he did it because she was a witness to the crimes, which takes you back to the sex crime part of it. She was the key witness to those. And those are all special circumstances that get you up to murder one and even potentially make it a death penalty eligible case.
How do they prove that? Again, I interviewed Nathan Hochman. He wouldn't reveal too much about that. Obviously, it's an ongoing case. But how are they going to prove that he specifically was lying in wait, that he lured her to the house, that he was concerned about his career, about her exposing him or allegedly exposing him?
Brother. This is 2026. You know what I'm saying? I have teenagers. I have teenage children. Teenage children be on a goddamn phone, texting like a motherfucker, FaceTiming, talking to their friends and friend groups. They just sit on the phone and talking that goddamn FaceTime group chats with their homies. So for 1 second, if you think that this girl wasn't talking to her friends, then you, my brother, are conflicted. You are confused. She is talking to her homegirls. Especially, she is living life at this point. She is a minor, but she's living life as how an adult would be, with no restrictions. She don't have no parents over her. She's with this guy living at his house, and they just doing it up. He's out of pocket. He's dating a minor. So she has no restrictions over there. So she's probably on her phone, probably on the internet, on a laptop. It's going to be some goddamn paper trails left behind. You know what I mean? Somebody knows something. A friend knows something. They even put out a photo of him allegedly paying off. That's what the photo was supposed to be, that he drove back to her hometown to pay off a young man. I know y'all saw that picture. We done seen it several times in these last reactions where they say he paid off the young man to stay quiet. And somebody took a picture of that. So, you know, it's going to be, I guarantee somebody knows something, man. It's no way. It just makes no sense that everybody's just clueless.
So I don't know, sitting here today, how they're going to prove any of it, except that obviously they can prove that she's dead and that her body was dismembered, right? Those are the only things, and where the body was found. Those are the facts that we know. I imagine through witnesses they can establish her relationship with David, so can probably prove that. But how do they prove without witnesses that it was a sexual relationship? How do they prove without witnesses that he is the killer? I think the theory is he lured her in, murdered her, and dismembered her. How are they going to prove that he did that as opposed to somebody in his ambit or somebody else?
A lot of it has been she went to the house,
Yep.
no one, she was never seen again.
Yeah.
And that is like what they really focused on. Obviously, they didn't get into more details, but I guess that piece of circumstantial.
She went to the house from where? Because she's been missing for a year and a half. So where was she at? Because she didn't go home. So she went to the house from where? Where was she at? And how do y'all know? So what do y'all know that y'all not telling us? Because y'all know that she wasn't home and she was lured to his house. So where was she at?
Evidence, right? They didn't say there was a smoking gun. They said it was the totality of the evidence. Right. They can show she showed up to the house and was never seen again, and it was a property that was in, I don't think it was necessarily one that he owned, but or that was rented for him, where he was staying at. I guess they will establish that he was the only one in the house, or
maybe. There's nothing wrong with circumstantial evidence. There's lots of these cases are built on circumstantial evidence. So the circumstantial evidence is her body was found in his car and it was dismembered. So that is circumstantial evidence. She had a relationship with him. I guess there's evidence that she went to the house, but I don't think we know all the evidence they have because we haven't had this preliminary hearing yet. We haven't seen it. We're going to find out more about the evidence. And the things I'm looking for, what is the scientific evidence, right? They examined her body. What did they find? Did they find his DNA? And what is the witness testimony that they have? Because there's been references to cooperating and non-cooperating witnesses. Who exactly is going to say what? I would imagine that's been a lot of the reason these proceedings have been delayed and pretty secretive.
By the way, so you heard me have the back and forth with Nathan Hochman last night, and he said, look, LAPD, DA's office, we've been in lockstep. That, in LA, there's an investigative grand jury that just hears witnesses and maybe locks in testimony, right? And there's a difference between a grand jury that indicts. And there's still people who will look at this and say something's maybe not adding up, right? I mean, even Nathan Hochman said you have cooperating, non-cooperating witnesses.
See, this is the guy right here. They done fell out. This was like his best friend, his butt buddy or something, allegedly. I didn't see any stories of people say that. Just because they have some zesty ass pictures together. So there has been, rumors of it being his guy he's having an affair with. But I hear they're just best friends. I don't know. I don't know. You never know, man. You never know.
But I guess the question would be, does it make sense to you that he was arrested and then charged versus indicted through a grand jury, arrested, but now they have to go to a preliminary hearing in front of a judge, which I do wonder, is it easier to move forward in a case in a preliminary hearing versus a grand jury? I guess there's a bunch of questions there as we think about it.
It could make sense to me. Again, there's so much here that we don't know about how they got to this point, and you have to choose the strategy if you're a prosecutor. In theory, it's easier to go to a grand jury because it's completely one-sided, and grand juries usually sign on to what the prosecutors want. That's just a fact of life. So you would think, in theory, it would be easier to go to the grand jury, but you have to be able to present your evidence, and I don't know if there were challenges to presenting the evidence. I don't know if there was a feeling at some point that we just have to move forward and get him arrested and get him off the street. We can't wait anymore to finish this grand jury process. We don't have all the witnesses yet. I don't know what the holdup was. So I'm not going to assess the strategy when I don't have complete information.
Now, let me ask y'all, does it feel like, if you've been following this case, does it feel like to you that they either, A, got all the shit they need and they ready to prosecute them and move forward? And you feel confident in that. You feel like, yes, they have it. I believe them. Or do B, you feel like they were pressured And they needed to make a move to satisfy everybody, the people, the media, everybody, because of the pressure of like, what is going on? Because here's my thing. If he goes to trial and he beats this not guilty, where do you go from there? Because who else? We haven't heard another name mentioned in 6 months. We haven't. It's just been David. It hasn't been. You haven't heard a roommate mentioned. You heard the manager, but the manager came out and debunked that he even lives out there. Then the zesty friend, got to keep an eye on him because he knows something. He was around. He was in the pictures. He knows something. So, and then now you're beefing with him. And you like, leave my name out and don't associate my name with him. All of a sudden, like, why? That's your best friend, right? Why are you trying to like disassociate yourself? But what do you know? And it's just, I don't know, man. If they let this one slip, it's like you gotta get guilty with this one. Because if this is a non-guilty, if he gets a non-guilty, oh my God, where do you go? Now y'all gonna look crazy. And they ain't having that. They not having that. LA, the DA not having that. They can't look crazy. Not in a case like this. They gonna serve this nigga. And I think he did it. Me personally, I think he did it. But again, it's what you can prove, man. His lawyers seem like they like, hey, come on. They seem kind of confident, like he didn't do shit. But they like, come on, let's speed it up. Present what y'all got. Let's see.
Sometimes it proceeds this way, and they go to a preliminary hearing, and we will find out then more than we know now about what the evidence is.
And, I mean, he made it seem LAPD, DA's office, we're in lockstep. I asked him, I said, you know, there is a theory here that LAPD made the arrest, put the pressure on your office to charge because there was some hang-up in the grand jury, and he goes, it's unfounded. I interviewed Mark Aragos afterwards, and he seemed to disagree. You know, one of the things I thought was interesting, and I mentioned this to Hochman last night, was like, when there was an arrest, your office came out and said, we are aware of the arrest, right? That doesn't necessarily, like, we're in this together, we knew about it. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I have a little bit of suspicion there, too. The best case would be that they are in lockstep, that they are working together, they are getting along. I suppose pretending to work together is second best. At least they're not actively being hostile with each other. But I don't know what the truth is.
If there was a hang-up in the grand jury, what is it? If I'm reading between the lines and he says uncooperative witnesses, why would you need them? Why would you need them? Let's say even you had, isn't there maybe the digital evidence, the forensic evidence enough to establish these potential charges, the probable cause for these charges? Even if you had uncooperative witnesses, what role would they play?
I would think that you had enough evidence to get an indictment in the grand jury. Now, I'm just going to wildly speculate here. Suppose non-cooperating witness means we put on a witness in front of the grand jury and they didn't say what we thought they were going to say. And it mucked up our whole presentation because now some witness pointed the finger at somebody else or surprised us or just didn't tell the story we thought they were going to tell. And so now we're left with this grand jury proceeding. We need to present more evidence. We need to hold the grand jury over. We're not totally sure we're going to get an indictment, so we're just going to do it this other way.
This went into another question that I had with him. If the allegations are true, it may be hard for people to believe David allegedly did this all on his own. A singer who allegedly kills this 14-year-old girl, dismembers her, stuffs her into the trunk of his car in bags. It's a lot for one person to theoretically do, and yet he's the only one charged, which begs the question, are there cooperating?
Nah, that's not a lot. There's niggas out here that be killing, nigga be doing some wild shit by themselves. There's some serial killers that can do some shit by their goddamn self and don't tell nobody. But it's possible. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us, we don't know David from a fucking can of paint, right? So we got hip to him as soon as this murder investigation started. That's when a lot of us, for sure, I don't know too many people. I don't know anybody that knew him before this, me personally. I feel like it's a TikTok young generation, you know what I'm saying? But older generation, we didn't know this nigga from a can of paint. But what is David known for before this? Like, what do y'all know about David before the Celeste thing? Like, what in the last 3-4 years? Is he known for something? Is he known for being a creep to people? Is he an asshole? Is he a weirdo? Like, what do we know? What do people say about him or have been saying about him since, you know what I mean? Because, you know, especially if he's in the industry, it's like he done been around a lot of people. And it's like now everybody is so distant because you got all these people who are associated with him. You know, he's signed to the same the manager of Billie Eilish to his labels. So you got the Billie Eilish connection. You got songs with SZA. Like you have like these features, you have these connections, but everybody like nobody's saying nothing about you. Who knows this nigga? And who the fuck was around while he had a 13-year-old girl just trotting everywhere he went and wasn't saying nothing to him? You gotta look at his managers, man. You gotta look at everybody like, what? That is crazy. Was you taking her to label meetings too? Because you know you're an artist and you about to do a role, you about to drop an album. He had an album about to come out. You gotta go to them label meetings, man. You gotta go in there and play the music. Are you taking a little girl to the label meetings? Is she all up in the offices with you? You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy.
Witnesses, and you're gonna make deals with somebody who potentially was involved in this?
So, well, you asked a good question, and you said a lot of things about David, and the thing you didn't say is he's very young.
Yeah,
he's 21 years old.
Yeah.
So this 21-year-old kid, and I'm sorry, 21 is still a kid, right?
Well, I will tell you, by the way, I get a lot of heat online. People say, don't call him a kid. He's a man.
He is legally a man. He'll be tried as an adult, but in terms of decision-making, I think if you talk to medical people, they will tell you your brain is not fully formed until you're like 26 years old.
Shut up.
But put that aside. It is hard to imagine him on his own concocting the plan, committing the murder, doing the dismembering, going out and getting body bags, putting them in the trunk of his car, entirely on his own. That does seem to me implausible. It seems to me more likely that there was somebody else involved on one or more parts of that. And that could be what this investigation has been having to deal with.
When I listened to the press conference, when I listened to Hochman last night, it seems to me they are not completely closing the door on charging somebody else. And if you're asking me what would change, whether or not that person decides to cooperate. If they decide to no longer cooperate, maybe they would be charged. I might be 100% wrong, but is that what's maybe going on?
That sounds totally plausible. The idea in these kind of scenarios that you have people who are deciding if they want to be witnesses or defendants. And remember, if there are people who are involved, they don't want to testify adverse to him. If they're friends of his, they don't want to testify adverse to him. There's different kinds of help, right? There could be people who helped plan it. There could be people who helped do it. There could be what we call accessories after the fact. There could just be people who know about it or think they know about it. And so if you're a prosecutor, your pitch to a lot of those people is, do you want to be a witness or do you want to be a defendant?
Yeah.
And it depends. If they think that he is the one who is really responsible for this horrible, violent act, then they will make deals with others in order to pin the responsibility on him.
What about this idea? I thought it was very interesting where the defense says that not only did David not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, he's not the cause of her death. That's very specific.
Like, where are these pictures being posted that people have access to them? This nigga is publicly posting pictures with a minor. Like, that's what we need. Somebody fill us in. Who knew this nigga before? How the fuck is he getting this off and nobody's questioning this nigga? This is a missing girl. How did they get this picture? He had to post it somewhere. So he's posting that he's with a missing girl. One, a missing girl that's a minor. Two, and look at the matter. Y'all face to face, cheek to cheek. So what's your, you can't say, oh, we wasn't having any sex. I wasn't sexually attracted to her. Brother, that is a 14-year-old girl. You are cheek to cheek taking a picture. And you notice how in every picture they try to make like her face covered up. So you know you're doing something wrong. Every picture you see him and her in, it's like she covering her face or her face is covered up to a certain extent. You can still see it's her, but her face, certain parts of her face is covered up. They know they're doing wrong. They're basically boasting about it because they're posting the pictures. Yet and still, it was able to go on and proceed, and nobody stepped in to stop it, to call him out on his bullshit. His own team, his label, nobody. The friends, his homeboys. That's awkward. That's weird. That's weirdo activities, man.
It makes me wonder, is there a debate about how she died? Is there a debate about what caused her death? And, you know, are we talking there might be a battle of medical experts to determine? I mean, we don't, again, at the time of this recording, we don't even have the autopsy report. We don't know the cause of death. But am I wrong in thinking that's maybe where they're going? And I don't think they have that.
That is what
either.
I thought when I heard that language, too. He is not the cause of her death. Are they going to say the death was accidental, but some people, one or more people, tried to get rid of the body? Or are they going to say somebody else did it and then one or more people tried to get rid of the body? Are they going to say David, at the end of the day, they're going to say David didn't do it, had no connection, had no knowledge of it? But when you make a more limited statement like he was not the cause of the death, that leads you to suspect it's a more nuanced defense.
Yeah, in court they indicate they didn't have the autopsy report. That's why the court said we're going to basically release it. So how can they make a statement like that unless he told them something?
Yeah, well, right. So they would have to have information about how it was she did die, which means he is involved at some level. And then the question would be, even if you're not responsible for the death per se, there are other crimes here that appear to have been committed. I mean, starting with the sex crimes, because it sounds like this legal adult, as you say, was having a relationship with a 13-year-old.
Wait, what you mean, as you say? Well, I don't know about this dude. Yeah, he already threw one in, like, yeah, David's just a kid. Then right now, as you say, legal adult, as you say, you don't feel the same way, sir? What are you trying to tell us exactly? What are you trying to tell us? You know what I mean? Well, somebody check that nigga laptop. Check his shit.
Which is not legal. And look, the state of her body, the decomposition, the dismemberment, I do wonder if that's going to complicate cause of death. I remember in the press conference, he indicated, Nathan Hochman indicated that the coroner, the medical examiner, did come up with a conclusion as to cause of death. But if they're debating it, the defense, I wonder if there's room.
Yeah. I think that defense would point, you know, the defense is going to put the prosecution to the test of proving cause of death, and then of tying that cause of death to this defendant. That's going to be the difficult aspect. And the prosecution's going to try to help that with this motive stuff, right? She was going to be a threat to his future impending stardom, and she was a witness to things that were criminal acts, and therefore he wanted her out of the way. That's why they're going to lean into motive in the prosecution of this case. You don't even have to prove motive generally to get a murder conviction, but it helps.
Let's just take a step back. We talk so much about this preliminary hearing. Some people might be like, well, what are you talking about? What is a preliminary hearing? So if you can explain what a preliminary hearing is and why the defense would want it immediately. Like they want a preliminary hearing as soon as possible.
Yeah, the defense, so that is a key strategy decision that defendants always have to make. Sometimes they waive a preliminary hearing because they don't want the evidence presented publicly, and they know what the evidence is and they don't want to see it right away. Sometimes they insist on a preliminary hearing. It is an in-court presentation of the evidence of the probable cause for these charges. It's not a full trial on the merits, but it's a presentation by the prosecution of the evidence they have. And if your strategy includes a possible argument that they didn't even have enough evidence to charge this, then you want to have the preliminary hearing right away and put the prosecution to the test. Show us what you have. And if you suspect that your prosecutors don't really have their heart in this prosecution, that the police are pushing them, which is one of the theories we went over, then maybe that makes you want to put him to the test. Make him go to court. Make him put this evidence on. We want to know exactly what they have, exactly what they're saying, and we want to be able to challenge it right now.
How much of the evidence from the prosecution is usually presented in a preliminary hearing versus a trial down the road?
A lot of it. I mean, there's not much reason.
And cases develop and investigations develop. But,
investigations develop. There's not, I mean, for example, if you had scientific evidence, which you should have by the time you get to a preliminary hearing, there'd be no reason not to present that. If you have basic evidence about their relationship and your theory of the case, you would present that.
And would we know who potential cooperating witnesses are?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And right, because that's another issue as to how quiet they're trying to keep that. They got to disclose it to him at some point. So
yeah.
Learn.
Okay, look, this is a very big development. There's things that are rapidly happening almost every day now. At the time of this recording, we're still waiting for the autopsy report to be released. And I asked Nathan Hochman about this last night, but I imagine that's going to fill in a lot of pieces of this puzzle. I mean, if he's talking about a sharp instrument, if they're talking about what the cause of death is, that autopsy report is going to say a lot. What would you be looking out for there?
Yeah, well, I want to see what it says is the cause of death, and is it conclusive? And does that support the theory of the case that this 21-year-old committed this crime, committed the murder, right? Well, we'll get to the other stuff, and then you have to figure out how are they proving he committed the dismemberment. That's a separate issue. But people want to know what the cause of death was and how certain they are on it. As you know, sometimes autopsy reports aren't certain, and that's a problem in this kind of prosecution.
Look, I think it's going to be really, really interesting to explore this and see where it goes. Because again, it's 7 months that people have been waiting for some sort of answer. And to be clear, David is innocent until proven guilty. His attorneys are saying that he didn't do this. So we will see what happens.
If he didn't do it, nigga, he for sure know who the fuck did. Nigga. And it's definitely 99% leaning, 99.9% leaning that he did it. Now, how the fuck he don't know who did it? That'll be some bullshit. He knows. Nigga, it's at your... And come on, just really think about this. In front of your house, the car is found. The body is in your car, last seen with you. And they're saying they have evidence that she came to your house and that was the last place she went. Like, come on, what's going on, man? Tell us everything, man. It's that time. We done held out long enough. Y'all been spoon feeding us, you know what I mean, little tidbits here and there. It's time to let us know what the fuck is going on.
See what happens when the preliminary hearing happens. Rich Schoenstein, thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Always glad to come in. Good to see you.
Of course. Good seeing you. And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts.
Shout out to Law and Crime, man. All right. Let me know where y'all heads at. Where's your head at with this after watching this? How are you feeling? Is your mind made up? Are you 100% sure that it was David? Or is there still a sense of doubt that, nah, he didn't have nothing to do with this? Couldn't be him. No way he had nothing to do with this. Do you feel that? I don't. Like, nigga, it only makes sense that it was you, brother. You feel me? Like, you better get in here and start. If ever you're a civilian, brother. Hey, you're a civilian. You don't live by street codes, brother. If ever a time to start snitching, nigga, now would be the time. If I'm David, I don't gangbang. I don't live by street codes. Nigga, and y'all trying to pin a murder. Listen, bro, you already fucking with a minor, so you can't shake that. So what you gonna do? What you gonna say? Oh, no, we wasn't having sex. She was just kidnapping. I wasn't contacting her family because what? You letting this minor that's missing, even if you're not having sexual affairs, a minor that's missing, you letting her live with you for 1.5 years and not telling her parents, not telling nobody, but you're taking her around everywhere. And then you're having sexual affairs with her because the DMs came out where she said she was bleeding after having sex with you. So you're having sexual affairs. And then the motive they're saying is she was going to expose you. So maybe you guys got to the point where you was too disrespectful. You probably had other shit going on. You probably had another bitch you was bringing in the picture. And she's a kid, bro. She's a kid. She probably, she gonna say the most hurtful shit. She's heartbroken if that happened. You had a girl, she probably snapped and said, I'm gonna tell on you, I'm gonna tell TMZ, I'm gonna tell. And you fucking snapped. Now the part is, who came to help you? Because like they're saying, this sounds like something that you can't do by yourself. Now, it's a lot of killers that can. But is he a known killer? Is that his thing? Because if you did something out of emotions and just snap and blacked out, once you cool down, you're going to go into a panic. And you're going to call somebody. Oh, shit, man, I fucked up, man. I fucked up. Can you come over here and help me? Who is that person? And that's what they need to prove, and that's what I'm sure is going to come out. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What do y'all think is really going on? What really happened? Let me know. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right, man. Golly. This is like the craziest case. Ongoing. So much drama, twists and turns, lack of details, but yet so much details coming from behind the scenes with people that knew her and people that knew of him. The fan base defending him. It's crazy, man. This is wild. Wild shit going on. You know, at the end of the day, the world just wants justice for Celeste, man. At the end of the day, young girl, she deserves that. You know what I'm saying? And to be killed in that manner and treated like that, to be dismembered, stuffed in a bag, put in the trunk of a car. Like, come on, man. What calls for that? What calls for that, bro? That there is somebody. Because this is the part, right, that keeps fucking me up. Like, you dismember her. Then you put her in the trunk of your car and leave her in the trunk of the car for a month. At what point do you not say, all right, listen, just if I was to be a killer or something, right? I would say, hey, we got to get rid of the body. Not put it in my front fucking yard, in my trunk of my car, and just let it stay there. So that's a part that makes me scratch my head. Like, why did you just leave her in a car in front of your house? Like, make that make sense. Was that like some type of attachment? You didn't want to get rid of the body because you still felt attached to her, or I don't know, like some weird shit. No, but I don't know nothing about this young man. Like, he might be an ultimate weirdo, y'all. He definitely partakes in weirdo activities, as you can see, dealing with a young girl and his music videos. He like just infatuated with death. Like, he might be on some ultra weirdo shit. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Definitely weird. There's some weird activities going on with this situation. And yeah, man, justice for Celeste, man. Get justice for that young lady, man. Whoever it was. Yeah. Get justice for that young lady, man. That's fucked up. That's some fucked up shit. All right, speaking of some fucked up shit, man. Let us see what this is. I'm out the loop on this. Somebody sent this to me in my DM. I said I'm gonna react to it. You know what I mean? Y'all know I tell y'all, if it's something that happens in California or LA, if y'all find, you know, some good body cam shit or a hot topic that out here, send it to me. So, you know, somebody send me this one, and we finna react to it, man. Let's see.
LA County Sheriff Robert Lewis.
What's going on here, man? All right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, we finna see what's going on. 600 people have been arrested in the largest human trafficking crackdown in California this year. Disgusting. Let's go, man.
LA County Sheriff Robert Luna announcing the success of Operation Reclaim and Rebuild. It's a crackdown on human trafficking in California that led to more than 600 arrests, as well as 156 adults and 14 children being rescued.
This operation makes it very clear that California will absolutely not be a refuge to predators.
How embarrassing that I can actually say we have corridors of human sex trafficking throughout Los Angeles County.
And these children did not come from one place. They came from Chicago, from Oklahoma, from Missouri, tribal lands in the Muskogee Creek Nation, and from communities right here in the state of California.
From the outside, nothing seemed unusual. The houses sat quietly in normal neighborhoods. Families lived nearby, cars were parked outside, and everything appeared completely ordinary. But according to investigators in California, some of these homes were hiding something far more disturbing. Authorities say a network of residential brothels had been operating quietly across multiple cities. People would arrive, stay briefly, and leave. Cash transactions were taking place behind closed doors, while online advertisements guided customers directly to these locations. When law enforcement finally launched a coordinated operation, the outcome shocked everyone. More than 600 people were arrested.
Let's start with the arrests.
Good morning. What I talked about today were state arrest and local arrest. Our local arrest, 12 adults rescued, 5 children that were rescued, 18 suspected traffickers arrested, 79 sex buyers, people who are actually buying sex from these kids, which is actually heartbreaking.
Officials say it became one of the
79 people buying sex from kids. God. Some sick motherfuckers in the world, man.
Largest crackdowns of its kind in California this year. And surprisingly, the entire investigation started with something small. Just a single tip about suspicious activity at one house. This case didn't begin with a massive police raid or a major criminal investigation. Instead, it started quietly, with local residents noticing something that didn't feel right. In several neighborhoods, people began reporting unusual activity at certain homes. Cars would arrive at all hours, morning, afternoon, even late at night. Visitors would go inside, stay briefly, and then leave. Sometimes another car would pull up just minutes later. At first, these reports didn't raise major concern. Busy houses are common in large cities, but what stood out was the consistency. The pattern kept repeating day after day. Neighbors began to feel something was off. Some described the activity as organized, almost like people already knew exactly where they were going. That's when investigators started paying closer attention. Detectives compared reports coming from different neighborhoods and quickly noticed a pattern.
Leading to months of surveillance and information gathering. A coordinated multi-location search warrant operation involving multiple law enforcement agencies, including an investigator from the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, identified several residential brothels in the city of Walnut.
The same type of activity was happening in multiple
in the city of Walnut. So these niggas got brothels with little girls inside, and this grown man just pulling up to have sex with these little girls consistently. These girls are taken from different places all over America, brought over here to sell their bodies to grown men, and niggas do not give a fuck. They're going in there paying, thinking that they're being discreet. Nobody won't know. And they're paying for minors. That is sickening, dog.
Locations across the region. Different houses, different cities, but identical behavior. Short visits, constant traffic, and online ads that seem to point toward these same locations. What first looked like isolated complaints was starting to look like something much bigger. As surveillance began, investigators quickly realized the activity wasn't random. Vehicles arrived throughout the day, many staying only minutes before leaving.
Lot lizards!
This pattern closely matched what authorities often see in illegal sex operations. But one key question remained. How were people finding these houses? That answer came from the internet. Detectives began reviewing escort-style websites and soon discovered something unusual. Several ads appeared to reference areas that matched the exact neighborhoods already under investigation. The ads didn't always list full addresses. Instead, they gave vague directions or general locations. But when investigators compared the timing of those ads with the traffic at
Look at this shit, bro. What type of nigga is coming to fucking a house like... That's some creepy shit. Like, look at this house. Nothing about this house says get out and walk up with money. Like, you know how desperate? For one, you got to be a desperate motherfucker. You finna go drive to go pay for sex in the middle of the day at a trap house. And not only at a trap house with a minor. Like, how bad is your life, brother? You are the scum of the earth, really. Like, god damn, nigga, look at this shit. And you go in here thinking you're discreet, and you're probably doubling back. They say this shit is like clockwork. So these are grown men who are coming consistently in and out. And this is out here, man. This is the IE, I take it, right? Walnut, because Walnut ain't from out here.
Certain homes, the connection became clear.
We want to turn her over to somebody who really can just give them that love and wraparound services till we get them off the streets and either back to their homes. And something that was discussed is a lot of these victims are young children who run away from home, and they're from all over the country.
People responding to those ads were being directed to residential houses. From the outside, everything looked normal. No signs, no business activity, just regular homes in quiet neighborhoods. But investigators believe these properties were being used as hidden brothels, operating silently within residential areas. And as they dug deeper, one thing became even more alarming. These houses didn't appear to be working alone. As more evidence came in, investigators realized they weren't dealing with just a few isolated locations. Multiple properties across California appeared to be connected to the same network. This changed everything. Authorities began coordinating with law enforcement agencies across the state. Police departments, sheriff's offices, and specialized units started sharing information. And when they compared reports,
they got a whole
the
sex
pattern
ring.
repeated everywhere. Homes with constant traffic, short visits, online ads directing buyers to nearby locations. What once seemed like separate incidents now looked like parts of a single organized system.
They got a whole sex ring going, setting up shops, kidnapping these girls, trafficking these girls, and setting up shops in different houses and putting ads on the internet, and thirsty ass niggas pulling up consistently like clockwork, no matter where they open up a shop at. I wonder who was found. See, they got to start exposing these type of niggas, man. Put their faces on the internet. Expose them niggas. Stop fucking, you know what I mean? Like, y'all got too much protection when it comes to these perverts, bro. Expose them niggas. Let the world see who they are, because these be motherfuckers right here amongst us. Be right here amongst us, and we don't know. And they just coming around. You know what I mean? Might be some of these goddamn content creators y'all seeing. Might be some of these sports figures. Might be some of these, nigga, you never know who it is, man. And these motherfuckers just, they get caught and nothing. You got to register. And at that point, you got to go do your history. I mean, dig up and find out who's on the list. But nah, exploit them niggas. Like, expose them. Expose them niggas. That's how you shut this shit down, nigga. Shit, we'll do the internet. We're going to do our job. We're going to drag these motherfuckers. So just put their faces out there. We're going to drag them.
To confirm their suspicions, investigators launched undercover operations. Officers responded to ads just like real customers would. They sent messages, asked questions, and arranged meetings. Every conversation followed a similar pattern. Instructions were given, locations were shared, and meetings were scheduled. Piece by piece, the evidence came together. This wasn't random. It was a coordinated network using residential homes to operate illegal businesses while avoiding detection. With multiple agencies involved, the focus shifted to confirming exactly what was happening inside these homes. Surveillance teams tracked every movement, cars arriving, visitors entering, and how long they stayed. Many visits lasted only minutes before the next person arrived. The pattern was undeniable. Meanwhile, undercover officers continued communicating through online ads. Conversations moved quickly, often leading to arranged meetings. Sometimes exact addresses were given, other times buyers were directed to nearby areas before receiving final instructions. When those meetings took place, officers were ready. Surveillance teams monitored everything closely. These controlled operations provided the final confirmation investigators needed. The houses were being used for illegal activities. As the investigation unfolded, authorities began understanding how the system worked. The network relied on multiple houses. If one location became suspicious, operations could quickly shift to another. Online advertisements played a major role. Buyers were directed.
So who names is these houses in? I mean, obviously, this is a big operation. There's a lot of houses being used. Who name is this in? Like, what do they put? Who's registering their name in these brothels? You know what I mean? God damn.
Through messaging apps, making it harder for authorities to trace exact locations. Some individuals working inside the houses even moved between different properties, helping keep the operation running smoothly. From the outside, everything still looked normal. But inside, investigators say a completely different reality existed. By this point, authorities knew they were dealing with a large-scale operation spanning multiple cities. After weeks of surveillance and undercover work, authorities were ready to act. A coordinated operation was launched across multiple locations. Search warrants were issued. Officers were deployed. Undercover meetings continued, this time leading directly to arrests. When the operation began, everything moved quickly. Suspects were taken into custody during meetings and at residential properties. Officers entered homes, secured evidence, and documented everything. Phones, cash, and digital records were collected. But as arrests continued, something unexpected happened. The numbers kept growing. By the end of the operation, more than 600 people had been arrested.
LA County Sheriff Robert Luna announcing the success of Operation Reclaim and Rebuild. It's a crackdown on human trafficking in California that led to more than 600 arrests, as well as 156 adults and 14 children being rescued.
600 people. Damn. 600 motherfuckers.
Officials say this included individuals organizing the network, as well as those attempting to purchase illegal services. Authorities also identified potential victims and offered them support through specialized organizations. After the arrests, the case moved into the legal system. Prosecutors began reviewing the extensive evidence collected during the investigation. This included surveillance footage, undercover communications, and materials seized during raids. Some suspects may face serious charges related to organizing the operation, while others could be charged for attempting to purchase illegal services. But even after such a large crackdown,
they be covering for this shit, like, because it be some of their own too. You know what I'm saying? People always think like police don't do illegal shit. These police be out here fucking dibbling and dabbling in bullshit too. They out here, best believe, 600 people. There's gonna be a couple officers in that mix that was doing some shit that probably got a slap on the wrist because they don't want to, you know what I mean, make the force look embarrassed, make their department look embarrassed. But nigga, them niggas is creeps too. We just saw reactions on here where the officer told the women, have sex with me out and I won't give you a ticket or else you're going to jail. Like, there's some creeps, man, with a badge. So 600 people, that's a lot of motherfuckers, man. Within those 600 people, I guarantee you, it's some people of importance in that motherfucker. Some senators, lawyers, police, something. They don't want to let them names out, though.
Investigators say cases like this don't always end immediately. Networks can adapt, they can relocate, and they can attempt to rebuild. That's why authorities continue monitoring similar activity even after major operations like this one. From the outside, these houses looked like any others. Quiet streets, normal homes, families living nearby. Nothing that suggested what was happening inside. But behind some of those doors, investigators say a hidden operation had been running for months. Visitors came and went, ads appeared online, and a network quietly expanded across multiple cities. What started as a simple complaint turned into a statewide investigation. And for those who walked into those houses expecting privacy, they found something very different instead.
Got 'em.
Because in the end, they weren't stepping into a private meeting. They were stepping directly into one of the largest crackdowns California has seen this year.
Got 'em. Get them sickos off the streets. Anybody over here creeping and crawling, paying money to sleep with minors, get them niggas off the streets, man. They gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you're doing, and then the fact that 600 people, so it's just y'all just going crazy with it. And it's no way. You can't tell me as a man you're going over there and you're not realizing this are little kids or little girls, whatever You niggas is just sick, bro. Some sick people in the world, man. Some sick people in the world. Protect the children, man. Protect the children and watch for these sick motherfuckers that's around y'all. You never know, man. You never know. Some sickos in the world. Let me know what y'all think about this situation, though. You know? Are y'all reporting if y'all see some constant in and out shit? You know what I mean? Are you one of the people that call like Crime Stoppers or y'all report? Because you could be saving some lives here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. I don't know. What type of person are you? If you see cars constantly going, creeps coming in your neighborhood, in and out, parking, hopping out. That's a tricky one, y'all, because, you know, they can revert that attention somewhere else. And if your kid's walking home from school, you got to watch these creepy-ass niggas who come in to have sex with minors. You know? Some sick one, man. Let me know what y'all think, though. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds smash a like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right, cool, man. Cool. There's some wild shit going on in the world, man. It is some wild shit. They protect the fuck out of these creeps and weirdos, though. I tell you that. I was watching the shit, one of those, well, two of them actually. They both came out with some videos. The niggas who be on Instagram catching the predators and shit, catching the niggas who be trying to like talk to minors, but they was breaking down how uncooperative the police really are with them. And we did a reaction video watching it before, but this was recently on Instagram. And it was one dude, he caught like the same guy like 4 different times on 4 occasions. Like he'd get caught and get released or get right out and go right back to doing it. Like trying to reach out to young girls, young boys. And it's like, damn, y'all, like, they just get them niggas a slap on the wrist. Go ahead and put your name on this list and you good, go ahead. And they be right back out there trying to get these little kids to come home with them or go in the bathroom with them at CVS or go do it. It's like, damn, some sick-ass motherfuckers, man. Sick-ass motherfuckers. But, yeah, shout out to Big Bad Wolf, man. I follow his page, Big Bad Wolf. What's the other nigga name with the S? We watch his, it's like, I don't even want to say his name, fuck it up. I don't want to fuck his name up. But it started with an S. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, man. They out there doing God's work, but, you know, they said they're not getting much cooperation, man, you know? So they be beating them niggas up. You know, he be beating them niggas up and shit. I actually saw a video where he actually got beat up by one. Oh, God. Damn, I wish we could watch this shit online. But YouTube will flag me. But he pulled up on a predator, because his whole thing is he pull up on predators and he be like slapping them and beating them up and shit. And then, you know, airing them out, making content. But in this situation, there was like a liquor store or a gas station. It was like a short Mexican dude. And that nigga was on that nigga. He whooped his ass. That nigga, yeah, you got the wrong one. They was like, damn, that's the first time we see a predator. Well, no, that happened with White John before. Shout out White John. White John. That was back in the day, though. But, yeah, the predator whooped his ass. That was embarrassing. Terrible, man. Terrible. But yeah, here we are, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. First Lady Kia, what's going on? Q660, Dom on your dime, I see you. Cali Tech in the building, man. Lil Noel in the building. Lee G301. Spider-Man is up in this motherfucker. Let's see who holding it down, though. Let's see who really holding it down tonight. We've been on here for 2 hours. I want to see who holding it down, man. Let's see who holding it down right now. Come on. First Lady Kia, number 7. Idiocracy, Unfolding, number 6. Number 5, Unc Ditto. Number 4, Papa E. Papa E, Chef Papa E. Number 3, my boy Memphis May. Let's go, Memphis. I see you, big dog. Oh, shit. Number 2, Lady N. Let's go, Lady N. And number 1, holding it down, Mile High Stepper. Yes, sir. What? Shout out Mile High Stepper, man. I see you, big dog. I see you. Oh, Lady N, you right behind him. He's at 325 XP. You at 225 XP. Okay. Yeah. You know, anybody want to do a cheat code and get on top, man, go ahead and send a super chat. You're gonna bump you right up to the top of all these niggas. You feel me? And make sure you get your subscription, your membership, man. Get you a membership. If you don't got you a membership yet, get you one today. $5.99. You feel me? Also, if you can't get a membership, ask somebody in the chat to gift. Well, again, this is YouTube. You can't direct gift. You can't direct gifts, so you just it's a lottery. So when somebody gift them, hope it come to you, man. Hope it come to you. And also, man, right now the merch is live, man. Make sure y'all get y'all some merch. You feel me? Shut your bitch ass up.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Hey, somebody been asking me, hey, what's SYBAU? Hey, stand for?
Shut your bitch ass up.
Shut your bitch ass up. Save yourself time and don't do crime. You feel me? Save yourself time and don't do crime. Then we got the lady tasers. You feel me? It was actually raining out here in LA today, y'all. It was raining, man. Was it raining in y'all city or wherever y'all was at? It was raining today. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't see that coming. I don't know. I didn't check the weather this morning either, but I was like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna rain. But yeah, man, it's out right now, man. The ABP Network. Make sure y'all grab that. The link for merch is underneath all the video descriptions, in the description box underneath every reaction video, every live. Make sure y'all grab some, support, represent for the gang. Taser gang. Oh, $7.99? It's $7.99. One of them, nigga, shit. It's $2 more, man. $5.99, $7.99. Yeah, shout out, man. Support, man. All right, cool. All right, let's see what we got going here. Gucci Man situation got worse. What happened? I feel like since Gucci Man, since they came out, I haven't really heard nothing on Gucci Man. Let's see. Let's get caught up. Shout out Luista, man. Y'all know I fuck with Luista. His videos is hard. Let's see what he got going.
The bigger they are.
Let's get caught up with what Gucci Man got going, man. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, the Gucci Man situation just got worse. Let's find out what happened.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. This applies in any number of walks of life, but one aspect of the cultural landscape where it's particularly relevant is in hip-hop. When you have acquired a massive following and cemented your place in the genre, that image of you that was enshrined in your heyday must remain polished and pristine. Because if not, the same world that watched you ascend will drag you back down when you lose your way. Although he'll be facing thoughts of his career's demise in some huge mansion, the idea that it's all slipping out of his hands is one that must feel very, very real to Gucci Mane right now. Back in the day, when he first emerged as a trap pioneer, Gucci was a man who would never even entertain the notion of cooperation.
Now, is it any situation that you can see yourself that you would talk to the police about a situation with somebody?
I don't do that. Where we from, we don't do that. For real, this East Carolina's all said, well, niggas I fuck with my crew, we don't do that. We don't snitch on niggas. We stand down for ourselves. Like, if I gotta go, I'm gonna go. I done went before. I don't want to snitch on nigga to save my nobody's life, not even my own. I'd die.
And even as he progressed from regional sensation to nationwide stardom, he remained the epitome of a guy from the hood who never sacrificed his authenticity for success.
Well, the last thing that we heard from Gucci was you allegedly threw a girl out of a car, I guess down in Atlanta. What happened with that case?
Hey man, you think I'm gonna talk about that?
I'm just asking.
I'm just saying.
I gotta ask everything.
I'm just asking you.
Yeah, I mean, we ask everything. We seen it on news.
Well, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
That's an open case. You can't talk about an open case at this point.
I thought it was settled.
It's definitely not an open case, but it just ain't worth talking about.
South Carolina, and he came in the radio station, and the Jeezy situation had just broke, and I started questioning Gucci about it, and he talked to me just like that. He said, "I don't feel like talking about right there," and I looked him in his eyes and I said, "You know what? That's a person you shouldn't keep pressuring about questions."
Because it could flip on you.
Even as he maintained and grew after his last trip to prison and accepted the root of some of his issues, people still respected the fact that he made it out without ever stepping on his principles, as well as how he opened up about his struggles.
It took me a long time to say, like, I went to a therapist. I took some medicine because, hey, I'm bipolar. Man, I wouldn't never said that. I'd be like, ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell going on. I don't know why I flipped out. I don't know why, but I ain't even trying to see why.
Real shit.
It's like, but, and then you kind of be like, damn, why this shit got to happen to me? Kind of like a blind thing, like, everybody else knowing what the fuck I got to go through this for.
But in a matter of days, one piece of paperwork which hinted towards cooperation with the feds and the response to it has taken Gucci from an all-conquering ATL hero to a man that people are basically using as a punchline.
Could be Gucci out this mother. Could be worse, man. You could be Gucci. Free proof safety.
And now people are looking at him as though perhaps what Young Thug said on that leak to jail call was painfully accurate.
Well, they still friends, so how's that?
Yeah, go out, end up going to jail. I gave that got him turned soft. Start fucking with a nigga.
It's your boy Wildest, and this is the unfortunate tale of
damn,
Gucci Mane's wrecked reputation. In his early years, Gucci Mane never really cared about staying within the law. From a 90-day drug stint in 2001 to beating a murder charge in 2005 after a home invasion involving Jeezy's affiliates, legal trouble was a constant. At one point, it felt like he couldn't go a full year without some kind of run-in. This reputation was so solidified that to this day, many people still believe the viral meme of him telling the judge, which I might be, when asked if he was guilty, is real. Whatever happened in the past, Gucci took his licks without snitching.
The old Gucci is goated. The old Gucci is goated, man. You can't take that away from Gucci, the old Gucci. This new one, man, what a fucking letdown, man. Listen, I know people like, oh, man, he old, but I be like, yes, I understand that part. But it's the fact that when you look at Gucci, if you've been a fan of Gucci for so long and like what he stood on and always preached about, it's a letdown in that aspect. You know, like, damn, like, look how many interviews he said, like, listen to the music, like, but then I always say, like, shit, man, we never want to let go of how we look at people. We never want to let go of how we look at, like, we never want to let go of how we looked at Boosie. Like, if you wasn't outside for the Boosie era, you won't understand. Like, Boosie today, if you only met Boosie today from social media, like, this is different. When Boosie he was the nigga. It was the free Boosie movement might be the biggest free someone movement ever in hip hop. Everybody was screaming free Boosie. Face tattoos, everything. Free Boosie was a movement, man. And Gucci was a movement too. Like, Gucci was a nigga. 1017, Burr.
Insisting that he had no inkling of complying with the authorities, even if he meant he wound up back behind bars.
Fulton County Superior Court Judge John Goger decided to revoke 1 year of Radrick Davis's 3.5 years of probation on an assault charge. That means the rapper known as Gucci Mane will have to serve that 1 year in jail. The judge made that decision after hearing Davis has only completed about 25 hours of the 600 hours he was ordered to perform 2 years ago. It also didn't help Gucci Mane when prosecutors mentioned that he violated the terms of his probation by drinking alcohol and doing drugs.
Following a 2014 charge of possessing a firearm as a felon, Gucci went inside once more. But rather than keep the trend of the past intact and refuse to change his ways, Guwap underwent a crazy transformation.
I was drinking pints of lean a week and smoking pounds of weed and just doing all kind of drugs, and just the whole way I was just handling myself before I went to jail was just so negative. It just, it showed in my body, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't even stop to see it. So I guess like the day that I got arrested and stopped doing drugs, eventually it started dawning on me, hey, listen, you gotta take better care of yourself. You're gonna be back in the same situation. So that was like really the turning point. You know what I'm saying? The day I went to jail, like I said, okay, listen, I'm gonna make this make me better. You know what I'm saying? I can't take another day staying in no prison, staying in nobody's jail once they let me out. So with getting all them substances out my body, that made me able to realize, hey, listen, you got to work out. You got to eat better.
At the time, it was believed to be such a drastic shift that fans wondered if it was even conceivable that they were the same guy. This is something which he actually addressed head on.
You hear me that Gucci is acknowledged. I wouldn't even support or deny those accusations.
The clone accusations. Everybody was calling Gucci a clone.
From 2016 onwards, Gucci took his rightful place as a trap elder statesman, launching 1017 Records' most successful generation, including MCs like Fujiano, the late Big Scar, and of course, Pooh Shiesty. These were all real street guys who were no stranger to trouble in their own right, and at the time, Gucci's own certified status and the changes he'd made would have been a big part of
Don't leave out Asian dog. This nigga, hey, Guwap was, hey, he sorry. What was the other nigga name? Big Walk Dog? Was his name something like that from Texas? Was he from Texas? Big Walk Dog? Or was that nigga, he signed somebody from like the Northwest, I mean the Midwest too. What was the nigga name from the Midwest he signed? He signed a gang of random people.
They gravitated towards him, because even though he'd gone legit, the adherence to the code persisted, even as he segued from gritty MC to full music mogul.
You know what's going on with me? Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. Only thing I believe in is don't tell the police.
Good morning. Rule number one.
See, and that's the skinny Gucci. So if you're watching and you're like, oh, what if he can't tell that he had a gun to his face? I don't get it. Gucci can't tell the police. You don't see what he just said. This is a skinny Gucci. This is the Gucci right now. He's saying he ain't snitching. That's the fucking problem. When he could have just came clean. Hey, y'all, I don't think like that no more. I got my mind clean. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a citizen. The old Gucci. You know, I'm putting my flag down, whatever. I'm putting it down. I'm a businessman now. Moving forward, that's how I'm going to move. So now when this happens, if we hear that, we going to say, oh, yeah, we respect it, though. Because you older now. So, you know, niggas going to be like, we respect it, but damn. Compared to, like, letting us find out that's how you think now through this situation. You gave us a heads up, man. That's all. It's a lot of people let down because you didn't give us a heads up, man.
For snitch. I'd rather rot in prison as a man than walk free as a snitch. At times, he even showed the occasional sign of feeling as combative as ever. His verses against Jeezy proved that the vindictiveness was still in his blood, performing tracks where he dissed his dead homie and openly admitting that things almost went left.
My nigga, I tell you what, it go like this. When I extended the invitation, I did it as a real man. You feel me? Because I told you straight off the dribble. I told you off the dribble, nigga, we can't do nothing if it ain't street. If I can't perform the truth, we can't do it. It's all good, but let me say my piece. Let me say my piece. Hey, go. Let me say my piece. It's like this, bro. I extended my hand because I'm a real man. Where we came from, what we been through, nigga. Us, me and you. All these kids out here doing what the fuck they do because they saw what went on with us, dog. So this shit ain't about me. This shit ain't about you. You feel what I'm saying? This shit about King Von. This shit about Dope B. This shit about Nipsey Hussle. This shit about motherfucking Pop Smoke.
With actions like this, it seemed to prove that the real Guwap was still in there all along. It merely had a handle on it. But it's fair to say that in light of recent developments, that performance and all that posturing which his fans once celebrated has aged like milk. All your gangsta is over. Look, it's Gucci the Rat.
A court hearing is now scheduled today as 9 people are facing federal charges for allegedly kidnapping and robbing a popular rapper. Investigators say Gucci Mane was attacked at a Dallas recording studio back in January. The details were just released in the past 24 hours. Our Chris Sadeghi live for us in the newsroom this morning. And Chris, some of those suspects are also well-known rappers. So surprising.
By now, we're sure you know the story, but let's just hit the main points. Just months on from being released from prison, Gucci's 1017 signee Pooh Shiesty reportedly staged an armed takeover with an AK-style pistol in order to force his victim to get out of his contract. Quickly, it became clear that the man who was held up in the Texas recording studio was Guwap himself, with the feds later swooping to arrest not only Shiesty, but 8 co-defendants on some serious charges. If you're new around here, you're probably wondering how this could possibly reflect badly on Gucci Mane. Well, as details about how it went down seeped out, all the Fed documents seem to suggest that the story was being told from the perspective of none other than Roderick Davis, better known as Gucci Mane himself. RD Roderick Davis described Williams Jr., Shiesty, as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense.
Quote, RD was pushed onto the couch in the control room, causing the victims to believe they were going to be executed Williams Jr. placed the barrel of a firearm to the back of BP's head and ordered him and RD to leave the control room and the studio through the west entrance of the office building. RD then instructed CW and TD to escort them to their vehicle. As the victims left, MM turned to Williams Jr. and asked him if they were really taking his watches. Based on later recovered surveillance video footage, the target suspects left the studio and the office building through the east entrance at approximately 4:48 p.m.
The minute that this news seeped out, it rocked hip-hop to its core.
That nigga robbed that nigga broad daylight, nigga. 4 o'clock. 4 p.m. Rob that nigga. Nigga, get up out of here. Beat it. Damn.
Leading to a legend like Guwap to be dissed by people who never have previously dared to open their mouth about him unless it was in a positive way.
Gucci, man, you was being a bitch, nigga. You was being a bitch. Your ass tried to sign me when I was like 16, 17. Gave me a tiny ass chain, begging me to sign to you. Boy, I am not signing your bum ass, nigga. Every artist signing you all died. They fucking hit my car and fucking you on turn all type of shit. Nigga, why the fuck want to sign your bum ass? Nigga, like 55
What was this, Lil Pump? It looked like Lil Pump.
years old. And you got kidnapped by Boo's Ice-T.
He didn't stop there either, with Lil Pump even challenging Gucci to a fight.
You are a ass nigga, you's a snitch, and I'll beat the brakes off your old ass. Let's set this shit up for brand risk. I'ma knock your ass out.
Meanwhile, people who'd actually been on the wrong end of rat allegations attempted to shine some light on the situation and basically said that Gucci's hands were tied.
Gucci Mane, whether he's telling or his cameraman is telling, right? You know what the feds do? What? They're gonna subpoena Gucci Mane, whether his name is what, something Davis, right? Yes. I'm breaking it down for you. Okay. Once the feds subpoena you, you have to tell. You have to. If not, you go to jail for obstruction of justice.
So he'll go to jail if he doesn't
So
talk.
they're gonna tell. Yeah.
He has to.
So you have to. It's a subpoena by the federal government. I'm breaking this down for you. I know some people who hate it, they're just like, no, fuck, don't believe in no. Oh my God.
With all these contrasting opinions, it was fair to say that this was a sticky situation for Guwap to move through. At this time, he had one half of the world insisting that he was a snitch, while the other thought that there was a gray area that those calling for his head were ignoring. At one stage, things began to look up when Big 30's lawyer insisted that Gucci Mane won't be participating in any investigation.
Okay, so that was the last that I was caught up on right here. Because I remember seeing this part. But I'm like, he already gave us a little, you know what I mean, his little details. But, you know, is he going to take the stand is what I wanted to know. And then I saw the lawyers came out and said he hasn't been cooperating. And it was like a lot of other people haven't been cooperating. That was the last I was caught up on the situation. So let's see what all transpires since.
Seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident.
But just as things were cooling off, Gucci made a terrible decision that threatened to jeopardize his reputation. Once upon a time, it looked like the situation might blow over. However, Gucci single-handedly changed that when he released his Pooh Shiesty diss track, Crash Dummy, that recalled the situation, featuring lyrics like, "Tell the truth, you went out like a real crash dummy. And after all that, boy, you still signed to me. I thought that it was a business meeting, but it was a setup."
Let me ask y'all now, this record coming out while it's an open case and saying these type of things that he was saying in the song, do y'all look at that like a snitch record? This is an open case. This is why the shit is piping hot in the media. He drops this song confirming some of the things that he's being alleged, that Pooh Shiesty's being alleged of. Basically confirming it in the record. But yet and still, people say, nah, he ain't snitch. He made a fucking song with 2 million views. Basically confirming a lot of things without giving the exact details, but you know, he's giving enough. I don't know, that was crazy. I didn't expect him to do that.
The general public were not accepting this whatsoever. Better not be no diss after he gave a statement. Yeah, I know this is not Gucci Mane for sure now. Shit's weak. I ain't gonna lie, this shit killed the rap game. I'm so hurt. Gucci, I can't believe that you did this clown shit. might as well quit rapping now. It's not often that decisions made by a rapper is so universally hated, but that was certainly the case this time around.
Chat, I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. This is the weakest shit I've seen. It would have been the weakest shit ever if it wasn't for J. Cole apologizing after he got dissed. Getting robbed by your artist, making a police report, then instead of going to get your shit back, dissing the nigga for robbing you. Nah, this is crazy.
I mean, academics got a point there. But man, this shit is crazy. I don't know. Gucci, what is going on, bro? Fuck that. Atlanta, what's going on? All y'all niggas is fucking rats and snitches. And what is happening in Atlanta? What's in the air? What's in the water? What is going on out there, man? Everybody, when all this shit was transpiring, Gucci was the hope that everybody looked to. Like, Gucci ain't gonna snitch. Gucci still, everybody else snitching. Everybody else got allegations. Nope, Gucci clean, man. Gucci ain't gonna let us down. And then Gucci does this. So then you're like, damn, who's left? Future? Yeah. Who's left? Well, I mean, wait. YF and Lucci. I fuck with Lucci. Everybody else? Them allegations is flying on niggas out there, though. God damn, man.
Many of those who had been in similar situations, the notion of being forced to cooperate with the cops made sense given the circumstances. But even Tekashi drew the line at the diss track and flamed him online.
I'm that same nigga that put money on your commissary.
Do you hear your stupid ass self? Yo, I'm the nigga that put you on your commissary. Oh, I did this, y'all stabbed me in the back. Yo, what happened? Remember 6ix9ine situation? Y'all remember the 6ix9ine situation? When y'all say, it's the streets, you know what you signed up for? You know what you signed up for, nigga? What happened? It's you. Nigga, they pulled up on some... Give me everything, nigga. I want everything, nigga. Take this shit out your ears, nigga. Give me this shit, nigga.
In Freddie Gibbs' case, he just straight up couldn't believe it.
Nigga snitched on a Zaytoven beat. That's crazy.
Gone were the shades of gray for the most part. Now, people were mostly cooking Gucci to the point that it looked unsalvageable. Then, you had the views of Loon from the It's Up There podcast, who said that it wasn't necessarily the diss itself that was the problem, but the way he rolled it out and the timing instead.
You know, the reason why the song come with great disappointment as it pertains to Gucci. I'm gonna keep hammering this down because for me, this is important. While simultaneously the FBI is presenting their case and the lawyers for Pooh Shiesty and 30 on the other side and saying, well, it don't look like there's nothing going on, and they're saying there's visible holes and there's things missing in the case. It feel like niggas was over there saying, damn, they gonna need me to testify. Man, them folks might need me to testify, man. So what I have to do is slap his little song out. Can y'all do something with that motherfucker? See, because the last
that is crazy. That was his way of testifying. I ain't gonna take the stand, but I'm gonna drop this song, you bitch ass nigga. This is take what you want to take from this. But I ain't taking that stand. Ooh, that's a cold narrative right there. What if that's what that was about? This is my statement, but I'm gonna make it in a rap song, but I'm not gonna give the full play-by-play. But nigga, yeah, this gonna validate. This is what y'all need to let y'all know that WAP co-signs this. Yeah, what everybody's saying happened, I co-signed it with this song.
Result is me walking into the courtroom now, but I got to go and do it because I got to prove under duress. Now, day one when this happened, I explained to y'all, Gucci is going to have to testify because that's the only way he going to be able to protect the money and the contract if they do have some kind of signed contract with his name on it. You can't just say I was under duress and that's that on that. You have to prove that you were under duress at the time that the contract was signed.
And as for the categorization of Pooh Shiesty as a crash dummy for acting out the way he did, Gucci's critics feel that he needs a reminder that he helped create this realm we're in today, where rappers forget the consequences in favor of looking tough.
The thing that hurt me was the idea that a rapper can come out with a song dissing his artist that did some dumb shit, but he'll call that song Crash Dummy. The irony of that. Because Gucci was a part of those rappers that told these young don't be afraid of the windshield. You created the assembly line, and now all of a sudden a crash dummy?
Another good point. Another great point. That's what I'm saying. If you've been around from the beginning of Gucci's messaging and his music, this is complete opposite. And it's like, nigga, you did lead the crash dummy movement. Now you calling the niggas who followed your footsteps crash dummies. Nigga, what? We are a mold of what you created. Boosie and Gucci definitely had the streets in the headlock. And Jeezy. And you can't take away Jeezy. Jeezy had the streets in the headlock too.
And so while everybody worrying about is Gucci gonna make a statement to the feds, I'm worried about Gucci's statement to the culture.
And for these reasons, things aren't only looking grim for Shiesty and his co-defendants, but Gucci too, when it comes to his place in the culture that once coveted him. When trying to work out why he went as far as to drop a diss, lots of people from the outside looking in had issues trying to work out exactly why someone in Gucci's position would take this approach to being robbed by his former artists. In the collective view of the Joe Budden podcast, Guwap should be above it by now, but they know that he is ultimately trapped by the expectations set for him as someone who emerged from the world that he originated from.
Wait, hold on. So you don't like the record?
I don't like anything about any of this.
Me either. You promoting violence in hip hop again?
Huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And he's instead of taking the street route like he killed somebody else that tried to kill him, because that's what I'm referring to. So I'm asking my man, are you back on that side? Pack him up.
It's over now. Outside of this song being absolutely horrible.
True.
It sounds like the stenographer wrote it.
Yeah. They tell him.
I'm a businessman. He said I'm a businessman 90 times on this motherfucker. Nigga, who you telling us? Who you telling court?
Yeah, my problem.
Now, think about what was just said earlier and then what he's saying right now. That makes all the sense in the world. This is my statement, nigga. This is my statement, motherfucker. That is not like, what the fuck, bro? You know what? And I said this to AD. You know, our expectations is too high. What have we seen to make us keep holding up Gucci to his standard? What have we seen in the last 5 years to make us say Gucci is still this? Besides a little video of him saying I'm not going to snitch and all that, but that's just that little small thing right there. That's the skinny Gucci saying it. That's today's Gucci saying that. Still on the same shit Fat Gucci was on. I ain't going to never snitch. And that's the shit right there. Like, bro, why are you doing that? Why are you still pushing that message if that's not how you really feel? People understand that you are older now, brother. You're 46 years old. You could come out and say, hey, y'all, it's over with. You know what I mean? When I was young and dumb, this is what I was on. I'm older now. And you could change that message. You could start, you know, spewing that new message you got. Don't be a crash dummy. I was a crash dummy. I led the crash dummy. Like, you know what I mean? But you can't sit here and exploit the streets and act like you're still on street time. And then when some street shit happened, now everybody got to feel sorry for you. But he's a businessman. Oh, what would you do if he had a gun in your face? Like, no, nigga. That's a civilian. Like, you're feeling sorry. Like, this is a nigga who's been pushing the message, nigga. Fuck these niggas. Fuck everybody. I shoot you this, shoot you that. Nigga, I ain't snitching. You know what I mean? Shoot a nigga in the face. So if something happened, we expect you to go shoot a nigga in the face. Like, that's how we look at that shit.
Who was he talking to? Get him out of here. Because this wasn't the tone at the Jeezy verses. I like my street niggas to be consistent.
So he got on the record now that he's a businessman. He ain't no trouble. He not in no street shit. And if somebody turn up missing, it ain't got nothing to do with him. He might be setting the trap.
As for Charlamagne, I believe that this kind of issue would be easily evaded in a different genre, or even if Pooh Shiesty signed to anything other than an artist's own label.
Just saying, but I think at some point, the street code. I know that Pooh Shiesty wouldn't do that to a white man. Well, whenever you hear these stories,
let me ask you.
It's literally always the black executives getting put in this position by black artists.
Let me ask.
Ain't no artist running down on the white executive.
Well, the question I have is, because we can't look at it, it's only happening to other black people, but is there security in that, knowing that he's not going to snitch or he's not going to involve the authorities, right? Because they have the same street code. Whereas, like,
I don't even think, if this is true, I don't even think Pooh was thinking like that. I think Pooh was just literally a person whose mentality is still that of
the street.
Others argue that there is a double standard, and that artists have previous...
I don't know about that, Charlamagne, because if you look, all you gotta do is look at everybody's story who was once 1017 and what they all got in common. For one, they all hate Gucci, which is, I'm like, damn, then you look, like, even with the, like, asking for the chains back after bruh's dead is crazy. like the timing of, like, you worrying about the chains and I need the chains back. I don't know, man. Gucci, like, his girlfriend definitely plays a major part in the Gucci today. She plays a major part. Obviously, she's good at business. She checked the money before he went to jail, flipped it. He came out to a lot of money due to his women making the right smart moves, boss moves, being intelligent. So I don't know. I feel like they keep Gucci sedated. I feel like they definitely give him medication. Whatever he wasn't taking before, he's sedated. Because this ain't the same Gucci we know, bruh. And she's definitely, like, it feels like she's the Phil Jackson of Gucci. Even when they did that Breakfast Club interview, it felt like she right there, like bumping him with the elbow if you say something wrong. Like, she gives those vibes. Like, nigga, she got that nigga tamed.
Done pretty much the same thing, and that there wasn't such a big deal made of it. Young Dolph made a song called 100 Shots dissing Black Youngsta and CMG. While the shooting was an open investigation, y'all loved it. In terms of how it could be avoided, certain people have suggested that the root cause may still go back to the Big Scar situation. Since Scar tragically passed away from an overdose, there has been widespread speculation that Gucci was reluctant to offer anything towards his funeral costs. And considering that Scar was Shiesty's cousin, many speculated that this meant Get Back was on the agenda. After analyzing the situation, Loon believed the Scar situation speaks to an ongoing issue coming out of the 1017 camp, and that is an inability to nurture healthy, everlasting ties between CEO and artist.
No, I'm the big dog of the family. I'm locked up. The next general, the capo that was in position, Big Scar, he dead. Even if you don't like Big Scar, as far as the investment on the label, on behalf of Shiesty, you supposed to done that. And this is the only knock I would have on Gucci Mane as a CEO. Because he has an eye for talent, he can catch things before it bubbles up, but he has poor relationship management.
Exactly. Nailed it. That's the one thing they all got in common that they say about Gucci. Like, nigga, we don't got nobody to help us. We don't got a team. You know what? It fucked me up back when we was, like, the Cash Money shit. They didn't have, like, you would think Cash Money had this huge-ass team when it came to doing business. And when we would start producing records from Cash Money, and you kind of find out it was only, like, one person. And y'all don't remember when Cash Money was just in a slew with all the producers and music because nobody was getting paid? And it was just bad business management. And you were like, damn, this nigga Birdman flossed all this money. That's because they ain't paying nobody. That's because he ain't paying nobody. And then when Lil Wayne came out and said Birdman ain't paying, that's when everybody was like, what? Because all the producers were screaming it. Bangladesh had the #1 Lil Wayne song. Hey, they ain't paying. Nigga, all the producers paying. Birdman ain't paying. Then Lil Wayne came out and confirmed it. But same thing, like all the artists have been saying like Gucci got bad business management. All the artists. But yet, and still, people still, it don't matter. You can have 10 artists come out and leave your label and say, hey, 1017 is bullshit. They're terrible. They're going to fuck you over. It's still going to be a nigga that step up like, hey, I'll sign to you. Hey, fuck what they talking about. I'll sign to you. And they have to learn the hard way. It's like you have seen many examples of Gucci dropping the ball with so many artists. Like, who the fuck just makes a video driving around his car to make an announcement that I'm dropping everybody? Hey, yeah, I just want to make this announcement. Everybody on the label was dropped, except for Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty. Like, what? Like, hold on, nigga. This how we got to find out when the internet finds out? Like, Gucci, hey, man, I'm telling you. I feel like they be keeping that nigga sedated. And when he don't take his medicine, he do some fuck shit. I don't know, man. For them to rob that nigga at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, what do y'all think was the real motive? 4 o'clock at a studio, robbing your CEO. Something had to happen. It wasn't just no simple, like, we want to rob you. It had to be a buildup of something there that triggered such a response to go that far.
Like when you can just go live and drop your whole label and just do it on Insta. It's poor relationship management.
But no matter what people say, Big Scar's father himself said that wasn't how it went down.
Gucci, I got to send shouts out to Gucci too, y'all. Y'all might not like it, but I got to give my boy what he did, man. He gave my son a major chance, man. I can't let y'all throw dude under the bus like that. The truth is the truth, man. The truth is the truth. I gave nobody permission to do that. Gucci, he signed his 10 bands. I covered the rest. I appreciate that. Gucci them, hey, the best thing ever happened to my son.
Even if he's been cleared of this allegation, there were other underlying tensions between Gucci and Shiesty's camps that have come to light. Through her experience at 1017, former artist Jenae said that Pooh and Gucci pretty much never got along.
Let me out my contract. Y'all painting a picture out to make it seem like it's a curse with Gucci. There ain't no curse with Gucci. Everybody chose their own fate. 2 of my goddamn label mates is gone. Y'all got so many opinions, but y'all don't even know that Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty and Scar was beefing with Gucci the entire time. It was the back and forth of who leaving the label and who want to stay and come back and give me your chain, or no, you can have your chain. Like, it ain't even about reading your contract. Everybody wanted respect. There was really no team with 1017 to where we had people that was really there.
Then there were reports of tension regarding Pooh's right-hand man, Big 30. Apparently, Gucci was never cool with the idea that he should be associated with Pooh or 1017, meaning that when it came time for his friend to stick his boss up, he had no reservations.
How did you feel? All right, and one thing that did go viral with Gucci, how did you feel? Like, I think you had posted a picture of Gucci, and then Gucci was like, nigga, I met you one time or some shit. How did you feel when he had said that? And then what was y'all relationship like now?
I mean, as soon as I seen this nigga threw us out, because it was me and Shiesty the first time meeting him. So we both like hit him like, damn, what's up with this dude up? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna talk about what we said in the message.
Yeah.
But long story short, Gucci was like, man, I was tripping, I'm gonna fix it. Who did that, man?
Gucci, man, be off the meds when he ain't on his sedation. I'm telling y'all, man, something ain't right with that nigga. Something still ain't right. You can't correct that. That nigga was fucked up in the head for a lot of years. They just giving that nigga, I don't know, man. Something is off. Because I don't get why he made that song with an open case. Speaking about, hey, you a real crash dummy. You made me sign, like why would he? I don't know, man. That's a hard pill to swallow. Like, god damn, Gucci, what the fuck?
He flew a nigga out to Miami, did a free song, free video with a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Apologize.
But it was under duress.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We left that little shit behind that.
Yeah.
Gucci just wanted to sign me back. Like,
And that's what I was gonna say, because he was one of the niggas that wanted to sign you early on, right?
Wanted to sign.
No matter whether you are a Gucci diehard or someone who only listened to him in passing, the whole situation has people reassessing his entire legacy. And resurfaced quotes like this one from Jeezy has people feeling a type of way about whether his longtime enemy was ever actually on the level.
As far as the other shit is concerned, you know, I just really don't like this throwing my name and all this shit to sell records. That's a whole move. Any from any hood know if you get in any type of trouble and throw your name in that shit, he's a snitch ass. That's what he is, a ass snitch ass. Dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to get a nigga no light, dog.
So that situation that we were just talking about with the charges and so forth, do you feel like it was a setup because cats came like after you, like they was coming to get you?
Yeah, I think it was a setup.
Do you have any indications on who it might be? Have you heard anything on the streets? Just whatever you feel in your own heart?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't too many people got the motive to do some shit like that. I just like a detective, learn, you know what I'm saying, look at the motive, who has motive to do it. And this fuck nigga, the only nigga has motive.
Jeezy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, shit. Goddamn. So Gucci been on. Oh, shit, boy. Them goddamn archives, boy. You can go back and pull. That's why you gotta be careful what you say on tape, man. Nigga, this shit lives forever. This shit lives forever. They can go back like, oh, y'all, hey, Gucci been snitching. Oh, y'all didn't? Oh, y'all, okay, watch this. Let me go pull this video up and show y'all. Yeah.
Still, even if you hated every minute of his diss track towards Shiesty, the relevance of his argument that you went out like a crash dummy and after all that you signed to me can't be disputed. And in the aftermath of it all, Shiesty's streams have tripled. But judging by the drastic action he took, there's only one person that really stands to profit. This was best explained by Sean Cotton, who basically explained that in a culture where negativity thrives, this was always going to benefit Gucci's pocket in the long run.
So picture how much he's being streamed now. FDO is the #1 streaming hip-hop song right now, since the news broke. shooting up, going crazy. Why I say Gucci Mane won the war is because Gucci Mane's about to clean house. He's about to clean house. And what I mean by that, he's about to eat real good off this. Everybody's tuning in to Pooh Shiesty. Everywhere I went yesterday, everybody was listening to FDO. Everybody was listening to 762 God. Everybody listening to all his all these songs. Everybody's tuning in, trying to put clues together and shit like that. So, you know, I think Pooh Shiesty is gonna get to around. He's getting 10 million streams a day, and Gucci's just sitting back, cleaning house, and he's eating. He's gonna eat good off this, and you know, Pooh Shiesty brought it on himself.
When it comes down to what it means for Shiesty, his legal team, including noted rapper attorney Bradford Cohen, insisted that he was in good spirits.
How is Pooh Shiesty doing? How's he doing?
He's holding up. It's like any defendant, right? You know, there's ups and downs in cases, and you know this. We've been kind of talking about different cases for a very long time, and we know there's going to be high points in cases, low points in cases, so everyone deals with those things differently. Pooh he's always have a positive attitude. I have a good conversation with him about the case, a good conversation about how we move forward from there, so he's staying positive, just like any defendant should. It doesn't do you any good to get depressed or get angry about things. It's like,
when asked about why Pooh Shiesty went to Staples before heading to the studio, he disputed the idea that it was a premeditated angle to get out of his contract all along.
Charges, I believe drug and weapons charges, and he was sentenced to home detention. He had to wear an electronic monitoring device, and they say that authorities were able to allegedly use the location data from that device to seemingly track his apparent movements near the crime scene, and I believe they say that the ankle monitor was used to track him and William Sr. to a Staples, and the allegation was there that they went to a Staples early in the day to print off that agreement, to print off the contractual release paperwork that they say they were forcing RD.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to sign this, Guwap. It's over with. I'm gonna need you to sign it, man. I ain't signed nothing, man. I ain't how this shit work, man. How do y'all think it went down? How do y'all think it went down, man? That nigga said, I need to up out this motherfucker, man. Fuck this. I'm tired of playing with your ass. We've been going through this, like the girl said, they been wanting to get out this situation. We been wanting to get out this goddamn deal. Nigga, you playing. I don't know who got the song, because we would assume that Gucci got the song going, right? I don't know. Maybe he do, maybe he don't. But we would assume that it's because of 1017 and Atlantic that Gucci got the song going and he's doing his part. But what if he's not doing his part and Pooh Shiesty and his dad been doing all the heavy lifting? And they like, hey, nigga, you ain't doing shit and you taking all the credit and getting all the money. I don't know. I'm not in their business affairs. Don't know what's going on behind the scenes with them. But to go to this extent of allegedly making a nigga sign his contract at gunpoint, nigga, I really want to get out this motherfucking deal. You know what I mean? God damn. That's crazy. If it was a white man, would he do that? No. But then again, it's like, is a white man walking around to my nigga fuck snitches and I don't snitch, I never snitch, I never snitch. So you gonna treat a nigga like on some street shit. Oh, you stayed on street business, so I'm gonna treat you like a street nigga. We doing gangster business at this point, nigga. I look at you as a gangster, not a businessman. You's a gangster who do business. Because obviously, nigga, if I'm pulling out a gun on you to get out of the deal, instead of like having your lawyer hit my lawyer, unless that was going on, what if his lawyer was contacting his lawyer and they still wasn't meeting nowhere in the middle? And that's all he know. Like, all right, fuck all this. Fuck all this begging. Nigga, gun to your head. Sign this. Damn.
Later sign. And the feds also claim that the surveillance video and the GPS data, they put them there. So talk to me about the ankle monitor.
Sure. First, let me just address the Staples thing. Like, I don't even care if they're at Staples. Like, they're going to a recording studio, and normally my clients usually print off the lyrics for different individuals. If you have 5 individuals that are going to be on one record and they each have a section or a part, they'll usually print those things off. So I really didn't care about the Staples thing. The electronic monitor, again, people will tell me, oh, we have this data. This is the data that we have. And then when I get it, it's typically not what they represent. Now, I don't know. It could be exactly what they represent. And if it is, then we'll deal with it. Then, then we don't say a certain defense of, oh, well, he wasn't there or he was in the area or whatever it is. We have to create the defense and create a way to make sure that they're held to their burden, the government. So it doesn't matter what they say, it's matter what they have.
And perhaps most importantly of all, the alleged document that he was forced to sign under duress is mysteriously missing.
There has been no copy of the alleged contract that has been signed, nor has one been provided during the bond hearing, and they have actually said they don't know if one even exists. They suppose one exists. That's that part of it. Then the interesting part about, hey, am I really having my watches stolen? That's kind of a weird statement to be made.
So let's just say no contract existed. It wasn't about a contract. No contract was printed at Staples and brought there for him to sign. Well, what do y'all think happened then? Subtract the whole theory of him forcing him to sign a contract. Although in his song, he said it was under duress. But let's say he didn't say that. That song didn't come out. And let's subtract the contract theory. What would make Pooh Shiesty, allegedly, rob Gucci Mane and all his whole team? Make that make sense.
Between these individuals.
This is interesting.
And then what I think also is really important is the sloppiness of the complaint. At the beginning of the complaint, if you read, it says, this robbery occurred at approximately 4:50 p.m. at this address. Then later on in the complaint, it says they all left at 4:48 p.m. at this address. So even the sloppiness of the complaint is quite shocking when it comes to someone who's getting charged with a life felony. That's just one mistake that was made.
Yet, even though his legal team is trying to put a positive spin on the whole thing, Shiesty's recent hearing seems to suggest that there was some frustration on his part about how it was playing out. Under oath, FBI agent Henson testified and admitted that Gucci Mane gave a statement to Dallas PD about the January 10th, 2026 alleged kidnapping and robbery at Luminous Studios in far north Dallas. Pooh Shiesty would proceed to rest his head against the courtroom wall as his left leg shakes, while attorney Bradford Cohen questioned the agent about Gucci Mane allegedly being pushed on the couch and guns pointed at him. Agent Hansen said Gucci Mane told his security, who were ex-Detroit police, were outgunned. Then, Pooh Shiesty shakes his head in disbelief when the agent says that Gucci Mane told his security to put the gun down. It's no surprise that Pooh's lawyer is doing his best to take charge of the story and present it in a way that benefits his client. But if you ask any lawyer who isn't on his team, it appears that in all likelihood, things are looking bleak.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pooh Shiesty thing results in very stiff sentences for those involved, especially Shiesty. Shiesty's gonna get fucked here. He's going to get a long process. It's federal. There were guns involved. They will get a Texas judge. They forced Gucci Mane to sign a contract. Lawyers and judges don't play about contracts. Contract law is like the foundation of law. A law itself is basically a contract between yourself and the state and the country you're in. Pooh Shiesty got a second chance. Judges hate when you throw away a second chance. Yes, they do. Pooh Shiesty was on supervised release. Pooh Shiesty had an ankle monitor on. I'm not saying he'll get 30 years, but if he did, I wouldn't be totally surprised. He will get 30 years for this. He absolutely will. He could probably get 20 years for the underlying crime and then 10 years for the gun.
As for Gucci, it appears that he's become a classic case of you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. After decades of being an icon, Gucci has learned firsthand the fragile nature of an audience's love. Because the minute you fall short of their expectations, they won't hesitate to ask you for your head.
Damn, man. Pooh Shiesty potentially getting 30 years. How do y'all think, the culture, the hip hop world would react to that as far as from a Gucci aspect? Nigga, this is because of you. Even though, Pooh Shiesty's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. This is because of you. It's going to be that. Gucci, it's all your fault because of you. He got 30 years. That's going to be a blow. I could definitely see the hate train. I saw Gucci performed at a college back in his hometown this weekend, and how the internet took that video, and it's like they're looking for something to drag Gucci on right now. And I can see the hate train coming for Gucci. I can see the hate train coming. Yeah. It's a lot of passengers on a hate train right now. But you know how it go, man. It's like, there's always going to be people that love you. There's going to be people that hate you. But at the end of the day, the show goes on. You know what I mean? The show goes on. So let's see how Gucci bounces back from this. Because right now, it's definitely the whole snitch name calling allegation shit is heavy on his head right now. So let's see how he reacts to this, though, man. Let's see how I want to see like his first actual sit down. Will he come out or is he gonna wait till after the case? He's a wobbler, man. But I said his girl is definitely keeping him intact. So I don't think he'll sit down before the case is over and do an interview. But he's definitely gonna have to sit down and do an interview because it's gonna be interesting, man. Damn. 30 years. If Pooh Shiesty get 30 years, that'd be crazy. 30 years. That nigga talented as fuck too, man. And Fujiano just got out today, man. So, welcome home to him. Welcome home, Fujiano. And that's what I want to see now. Like, Fujiano, this is the two people you said you was holding tight to 1017. Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. Everybody else, y'all could beat it. Pooh Shiesty wanted to get out the deal so bad to the point where allegedly he put a gun in and got the shit. Fujiano just got out of jail. How was he being treated by you while he was in jail? Was you taking care of him? Do he feel like coming home and repping? I haven't seen anything today. Let me know. Fill me in the comment section if y'all have. How has Fujiano been feeling? Or how will he feel now coming home in the midst of all this? His CEO is currently in some shit and being dragged for being called an alleged snitch. For his other artist, that was my boy. I don't know. That's a sticky situation, man. Let's see how this one plays out. Atlanta, get it together, man. Get it together. Y'all looking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Last year, all that LA podcasters had LA looking crazy. But Atlanta, y'all take the cake this year. It's on y'all now. Y'all looking crazy. You feel me? But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. What's gonna happen with Pooh Shiesty? What should happen with Gucci? What should happen with Pooh Shiesty? I'm gonna give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right. Cool. Let's see what we got going here. 10:47. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right. Let's see, man. Who we got up in this motherfucker one time for the one time? Okay, y'all still doing it up. Hold on. Let's see what we got going, man. Who holding it down right now? All right, Westside LaRon coming in number 7, top fan, holding it down. Make sure y'all engaging in the chat, man. Go crazy in this motherfucker. Westside LaRon coming in number 7. From the 206, number 6, Spider-Man holding it down at number 5. First Lady Kia. First Lady Kia ain't budging, nigga. She right there. Kane done jumped to the front. Hold on, okay. Kane, what's going on, Kane? Shout out to you, number 3, man. Lady N is still at number 2. And Mile High Stepper still holding strong. No, wait. Lady N, you up to 300 XP now. He's still at 325. You at 300 XP. Lady M might get that nigga. Lady M might get him. Lady M might get him. Hey, shout out Scrooston G, man. My boy Scrooston G is in the building. He says, shout out to Taser Gang, the late nighters. Shout out to my guy, Big Uno. Taser Gang, run it up in this bitch or get a membership. Nigga, that part. Shout out Scrooston, man. Hold it down, man. Hold it down. All right, y'all. Let's get into a long crime one. We done made it this far. I'm gonna have to run it down on y'all. If they start pulling out guns and shit, I gotta stop the video, man. Goddamn. Cause I gotta do more research on why exactly. Cause certain videos with guns they don't trip, and then certain videos they do. What is a determining factor to where you zap my goddamn episodes? We be having some good ass energy going on, good episodes, and then we get zapped And it don't even be for sometimes, it don't even be for the actual video we're watching at the time we get zapped. It'd be like from a video earlier in the episode that happened at the beginning, and then they want to come and zap me later. I don't know, man. I don't know who's in charge of that. We got to talk to him. We got to come sit down with the Taser gang. Come have a seat with us, man. Why the fuck do y'all be zapping us, man? There's these videos on your goddamn network. You know what I'm saying? On your platform. We just reacted. Let's have a good time. Hey, y'all. Did I tell y'all that some lady, oh, man, this shit was crazy last week. She had her and her lawyer. They put me on Instagram for, I guess she didn't know that I was a reaction to it. She must have thought it was my video. But she was in a Pooh Shiesty video. The video that's about Pooh Shiesty family. It's on my page right now. I think I got like 80K views on my page right now. But, nigga, she put me on Instagram. I was like, why is all these people tagging me? This was like a couple days. I want to say like last Thursday. Or was it? Whatever the case. It was a couple days ago. But, nigga, hella people was tagging me, right? So the lady had made a message like, I need everybody to tag AceBoyPun and tell him to take this video down. Right? I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what is she talking about? So I go look, and she's like, he's saying that I did this, but it's a reaction. I'm reacting. So the person on the video was saying shit, not me. I'm just sitting there chilling, but boy, that shit was funny, nigga. Yeah, lawyers, all fuckers in the goddamn chat. Man, it was like, take this shit down or else. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? But that just lets you know, man, the power of the Taser gang, nigga. We getting big out here on these motherfuckers. They want to take us to jail. They want to take us to jail. They try to see me on a reaction video. They try to put the PU on a body cam video getting arrested over my reaction videos. God damn. Free the Taser gang, man. Free the Taser gang. You can't stop us, man. You can't stop us. Yeah. Terrible, man. I had that happen last year, too. I did a reaction video at the church daycare. It was about the black principal or whatever he was at the church daycare who beat the little boy. Y'all remember that? How many of y'all been rocking with ABP reactions from the beginning? It was a video I reacted to at a church at a black daycare with the two old ladies. Y'all remember that video? The two old ladies that ran the church, and then one of the mothers complained because the little boy came home and said the principal dragged him. And they pulled up the video in the room, and he had a goddamn extension cord hitting the kid and all that. I post the video. I do my reaction. Boom. And that nigga reached out with a lawyer. Like, all right. Hey, you got to take this video down. There's cease and desist. I said, Jesus, boy, niggas be getting hot over these reactions. Niggas be getting hot. You feel me? So that just lets me know that these motherfuckers is watching. So make sure y'all smash a like and get y'all a membership. Get y'all a membership. You know what I mean? If you really want to watch, get you a membership. Shout out to the Greens, man. Shout out to the Greens, man. Yeah. That nigga was hot, though. He's like, yeah, can you take this down? I said, brother, this is the internet, brother. Nigga, once something like this come out, you got to worry about a million motherfuckers. Not just me. Hey, man. There's a million motherfuckers react to this shit. There's a lot of reaction channels on this motherfucker. You better go check it out. You know what I mean? All right. Here we go, y'all. Let's get into this double murder. Just that title alone, I'm finna be like, man, don't get zapped, PU. All right, let's watch.
That would have.
Let's watch. Let's do it up. All right, man. Let's do it up. Double murder in Olney. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, we finna see what happened in Olney, where a double murder took place. The Sabir Bunch story. Let's go.
On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
Well, now to the conviction in a deadly double shooting that shocked residents in Olney.
News is that Josh arrives with an individual who's later identified as Sabir Bunch,
The two of them arrive in Josh's black Cadillac Escalade. Sabir Bunch sticks out of the front passenger seat. He's armed with a firearm, which he then tries to conceal either behind his, at certain points behind his back, underneath the shirt. Josh appears completely unaware. At some point later, the second victim, Paris Gary, arrives on a motorcycle, both of whom he was friends with. Paris Gary he had been friends with for like over 20 years.
The Philadelphia District Attorney's Office says it was a jailhouse phone call that helped unravel Sabir Bunch's alibi, leading to a guilty verdict. Prosecutors say the convicted murderer was overheard in an unrelated jailhouse call, saying it was self-defense when he shot Joshua Chisholm and Paris Gary inside a home in August of 2023.
And you hear, you don't see it, but you hear gunshots.
Oh.
And then you see Josh running out the front door, down the steps, across, I think it's 3rd Street, up Champlain, where he eventually collapses.
Now the trio, who authorities say were all longtime friends, came across one another at Albert Einstein Hospital earlier in the day. They left and went back to this house. Surveillance video shows Bunch concealing a weapon before he shot them both inside.
He definitely looks suspect as fuck. Looking around, he looks suspect.
One of them managed to run out of the house with several gunshot wounds. Authorities say they still have no motive.
A wrist or a hand reach out with a medical bracelet on it and pulls the door closed. About 2 minutes later, you see from the rear of the property, Sabir Bunch comes out of the house. He's hopping over fences, the next door fence, where he then runs into like a common alley, and we lose him.
Cameras everywhere, man. Cameras everywhere.
They come to the front of the house. They see Sabir Bunch outside of the house, hiding behind some bushes on the step.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
On December 23rd, 2025, Sabir Bunch was convicted of a double homicide that happened on August 3rd, 2023, in the Olney section of Philadelphia. For the 3 men involved, that day started as a normal day in the life.
Wait, he killed both of them niggas? Oh, shit.
Paris Gary, or Petey, was at Albert Einstein Hospital as Sabir Bunch was being released. CCTV footage captures the pair together, followed by Joshua Chisholm picking Sabir Bunch up and bringing him back to Sabir's home from the hospital. Even though a lot of what followed was captured on home surveillance cameras, the actual shooting was not. By the end of the trial, this case still had some unanswered questions. Questions like what actually happened inside that house, mainly what sparked the incident that left 2 men dead. Although it was only a short 3 years ago, the world looked completely different in 2023. The news cycle was anchored by major political shifts. On August 3rd, 2023, in particular, President Donald Trump made an appearance in federal court and pleaded not guilty for having attempted to overturn the results of the election through a plot in which pro-Trump slates of fake electors would be created. Overseas, tensions flared in West Africa as the U.S. Embassy in Niger began partial evacuations following a military coup. August 3rd, 2023 was a month before the October 7th attacks on the Jewish country of Israel that would change the world forever. Back in Philly on August 3rd, 2023, the day started with a relatively minor oil spill along the Delaware River, a more and more common occurrence these days. This was the second spill along the Delaware River that year, following the one in March. 2021, as I'm sure many of you know, Philadelphia hit the record for murders in a year. 2022 saw a similar trend, and 2023 saw those numbers slightly decrease, and the homicide number has gone down.
Oh shit, that shit dropped in half by 2024.
Every year since. Sabir Bunch from 18th and Tioga was feared by some on the street because of his volatility. He was described to me as a loose cannon. Some say he was missing a screw or two upstairs. He now sits at SCI Mahoney with only hopes of appealing his sentence if he is to ever see the light of day as a free man. Sabir was born November 15, 1998 in Philadelphia. As I said earlier, he's from North Philly, 18th and Erie. His juvenile records aren't available, but he started getting arrested as an adult immediately. 12 days after his 18th birthday in November of 2014, he was arrested for robbery and did about a year before being paroled, and he's been on probation ever since.
He was in and out of jail his entire adult life. Gun possession here, probation violation there. In 2018, Sabir was once again arrested on gun possession, and even though he was
So he's a fuck up. He's basically a fuck up. I get to build up what you're doing right here. Yeah. He's a fuck up. You painting a picture for us. Let's go. What was he getting out of the hospital for that day when they was picking him up though? What was that about? They say he was checking out the hospital. Did he just get shot? Did he have a health issue? Why was he getting out the hospital?
on probation, he beat the gun charge. It's unclear to me right now what happened with that case because, as it states in this article, his court records are no longer available. This small excerpt from the article talks about Sabir being one of 17 instances in which someone charged with a gun case in 2018 was later charged with homicide, murder, or attempted murder. And this article is from way back in 2021. Detractors of Larry Krasner point to cases like this as their biggest problem with what they call his soft on crime approach. Krasner will argue that he has a smart on crime approach. Like every police department and district attorney's office in the country, Philly saw a big spike in all violent crimes during COVID. Also, like most places, Philly saw a dramatic drop post-COVID, despite the criticisms of Krasner and his policies. However, to Krasner's critics, Sabir's 2023 double murder case is particularly egregious because not only was he charged in 2019 for a murder, which a witness and camera says he participated in, but he somehow beat that as well. In a legal motion I obtained, it talks about how on December 2nd, 2019, at around 6 p.m. near 17th and Pulaski,
my nigga beat a murder and got out, boom. 2 years later, a double murder.
Paramedics transported Sean Gunther to Temple University Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by 7:30 p.m. At the scene, recovered were 6 .40 caliber fired shell casings and 4 .380 caliber shells, indicating the presence of at least two shooters. Although the shooting was off camera, surveillance video captured Sabir Bunch walking toward the scene, wearing a dark colored jacket, dark pants, and dark boots, while Marquise Williams was recorded wearing a red, white, and blue jacket with a dark hoodie underneath and dark striped sweatpants. An individual outside an unmarked windowless barbershop featuring a black door at 17th and Pulaski.
What the fuck? That's a barbershop? That shit look crazy. What the hell? God damn, Philly.
Told detectives that Sean Gunther had just left after getting a haircut when the shots erupted. The investigation relied heavily on witness number 1, who heard the shots near 3700 Pulaski and identified Sabir Bunch firing a weapon. And then witness number 2, who says he saw Bunch and Williams fleeing south on Pulaski before turning east on Erie Avenue. Witness number 2 here became very important because he noted that Marquise Williams dropped his gun while running. He also noted that he saw him run past him, drop his gun, run back past him to get it, and then run back past him again.
Oh my God.
Video surveillance corroborated the timeline, capturing Sabir Bunch wearing the clothes described earlier, as well as Marquise Williams initially in the red, white, and blue jacket over the dark hoodie, which he then changed. They were never seen together on camera before the shooting. Footage shows Sabir.
Cameras everywhere, y'all. Don't do crime, y'all. Don't do crime, man. It's bad.
Arriving at the crime scene minutes before Marquise. Marquise is seen on camera walking from his car at Erie and Bouvier to the barbershop and back to his car before the shooting. Almost immediately after Sabir got to the barbershop, footage shows Marquise entering his silver or gray car, which was parked at 3700 North Bouvier Street, which was at 543, before changing his clothes and walking a path along Butler Street and Pulaski Avenue back to the place where they were calling a barbershop, before returning to the vehicle to swap his jacket for a dark-colored one at 548.
Wait, why you keep going to the car to change clothes?
Just minutes before the murder, he then walked back to the barbershop. Shots rang out seconds later. Immediately after the shooting, 2 men matching the descriptions were seen hurriedly fleeing east on Erie Avenue, south on 15th, east on Lenox, and then south across Broad Street from west to east. And finally, they went west on Venango. Search warrants for T-Mobile cell tower data confirmed that the phones belonged to both Williams and Bunch and were seen at the crime scene together during the murder. Following the investigation, homicide detectives obtained arrest warrants. Williams was arrested that same day and charged with murder, criminal conspiracy, and related firearms offenses. while Bunch was arrested 5 days later on July 29, 2020. The two men's cases, which of course were connected at first, were separated by Judge James DeLeon when a witness failed to appear. When both witnesses failed to appear for the second time on November 18th, Judge DeLeon held Sabir Bunch for court but discharged Williams for lack of evidence. The Commonwealth refiled
them niggas got off
charges against Williams on December 19th, and he was held for court on all charges on March 17, 2021. Because they were held for court on different dates, the cases were separated. If you like this type of content and want to see more of it, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and even share the vid with your folks. Don't forget to turn on notifications. It helps the channel more than you know. Sabir Bunch's 2020 murder case went before Judge Diana Anhalt on October 27, 2021 for a possible plea, but negotiations failed. Both cases were eventually scheduled for separate trials on January 30th, 2023. Williams' defense counsel sought to sever the trials, arguing that admitting Bunch's phone conversation with the witness would violate Williams' Sixth Amendment right under the Breton Rule. Prosecution says that witness number 2 first talked to them at the crime scene. When asked to come in and make a formal statement, witness number 2 at first declined. Witness number 2 would eventually come in to make a statement to police.
Damn.
He, however, failed to ever show up at trial. During the course of the investigation, he told police that Sabir Bunch had called him and asked him if he told someone named Boom from the neighborhood about the murder. Bunch's case went before Judge Diana Anhalt on October 27, 2021 for a possible plea, but negotiations failed. Both cases were eventually scheduled for separate trials on January 30 of 2023. Williams' defense counsel sought to sever the trials, arguing that admitting Bunch's phone conversation with the witness would violate Williams' Sixth Amendment right under the Breton Rule. The Commonwealth argued that the conversation was a direct attempt to silence a key witness and was therefore admissible under the co-conspirator exception to the hearsay rule. The prosecution argued that any constitutional concerns could be remedied during a joint trial by simply redacting Williams' name from the statements and replacing it with a neutral term like the other guy. Marquise Williams pleaded guilty to third-degree murder, while Sabir Bunch ended up walking away. Now, obviously, we wouldn't be here if Sabir Bunch was convicted in that trial. And since he never had a trial, it goes without saying there's no paperwork to tell me why. But I would have to guess it was because of the lack of evidence. The state would have had to prove that Sabir and Marquise both had guns and both fired shots. They can draw enough reasonable conclusions to prove that one of the two at least fired shots. However, the Commonwealth's problems were stacking up in this case. 1, the weapons were never recovered. 2, neither eyewitness showed up for court, even though they had one witness on audio and video record. 3,
nigga said, we ain't showing up to court. Okay, so it's real deal out there. So wait, why did the other nigga go with the guilty? Yeah, god damn. Okay, let's keep watching.
That witness ID'd both men, but could only positively ID one at the scene, Marquise Williams. Even though 2 sets of cartridges were found, any competent defense attorney could successfully argue that there are other possibilities of who fired those other shots. The 5th problem that the state had was that neither man was talking. I don't have enough information to know which shell casings Gunther was hit with, if not both of them. All the paperwork I could get talked about shells found at the scene and not the medical examiner's findings. Of course, this would all have come out at trial, but instead, Marquise Williams is doing 10 to 20 after pleading guilty. That would have put Sabir Bunch back on the street after his probation violation was sorted out. It wasn't.
Why did he plead guilty though, if the witnesses didn't come forward? Did he jump the gun? Like, what the fuck? Damn. Imagine that. Like, hold on, nigga. Plead guilty. Like, you know you could have walked away, right? You know you was gonna be good. Damn, instead you got 30 years.
Long until we got to August 3rd, 2023. Video footage shows Sabir Bunch in the hospital along with longtime friend Paris Gary. Joshua Chisholm drove to Albert Einstein Medical Center and brought Bunch back from the hospital to his crib on the 5900 block of North 3rd Street, joined shortly after by Paris Gary. At the house, video showed.
Look, he got his thing out right there, whipped out. You know what I mean? Look at suspect from the jump. He got out the car, nigga, on swivel. He is on high alert, nigga, fresh out the car, making sure nobody walking up, tripping.
Sabir Bunch exiting Joshua Chisholm's car, armed with a gun, which he is attempting to hide. Not very well, if I might add. Shortly after, both enter the house. Video footage shows Paris Gary pulling up to the home on a motorcycle. Around 7:30 p.m., the sound of gunshots could be heard. Joshua Chisholm runs out of the house and collapses on the ground across.
Man, he ain't got no gun. So he running. He ain't got no gun. The other nigga probably got straight dome shot. Boom. The nigga who put up on a bike.
Street. Video later captures Sabir exiting the back of the house, hopping over fences, and fleeing from the area. About an hour and a half later, police responded to a call for a burglary at 428 West Spencer Street, which was about 2 blocks away. The complainant told PPD that a man kicked in the back door of her property and then fled out the front door. Officers located Bunch shirtless and hiding behind bushes outside of the property. Bunch's clothing was recovered and later tested positive for gunshot residue, along with other relevant evidence. At trial, Sabir tried to say it wasn't him on video and that he was not at his own home that night, a defense that was wildly silly. As you saw with Marquise Williams earlier, if a witness or camera sees you with a gun minutes before or after
Yeah, that's bad, bro. You pulled out the gun. You show you walking in the house with it in your pocket. Y'all 2 walk in, the other nigga walk out, the other 2 niggas end up dead, and you hop in the back gate. Kind of like, yeah. I mean, anybody could put that together, brother.
Killing, like the witness saw Marquise with earlier and like the camera saw Sabir with here, that would sway 90% of juries. In the Sean Gunther case, the witness saw Marquise Williams drop and pick up the gun. In the Josh and Paris murders, cameras catch Sabir with the gun. But the media says that prosecutors told them that it was a jail call that helped unravel Sabir Bunch's alibi, leading to a guilty verdict. Sabir was overheard on an unrelated jail call saying it was self-defense when he shot Joshua Chisholm and Paris PD Gary in 2023.
Why is you on a jail call talking about a murder? I swear to God. You on a jail call talking about a murder, brother?
The families of Paris Gary and Joshua Chisholm have been left fractured and heartbroken. A mother having to bury her son once again, and black mothers in this country feel that pain disproportionately. He was the life of the party, Paris's mom Denise explained, recalling his humor and love for karaoke, especially Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk. He could sing old school R&B for hours, she said, making it now difficult for her to attend family gatherings.
Paris was my go-to. When I need something, he was there. Like if my car break down, son, I broke down, Mom, where you at? If I need something put together, son, I need this, where you at? He wasn't a perfect kid. He wasn't a perfect kid, but his goodness will always outweigh his bad.
Now, my question is, just on some nosy shit, like how do you go from picking your mans up at the hospital to him, me and my boy picking you up from the hospital to both of y'all smoking? I mean, to both of us getting smoked by you. Like, what's the disconnect there? Because you would think, oh, that's the homies. They're going to pick up their homie from the hospital. Clearly, nigga, it ain't the homie. So what happened from that hospital to the moment they got killed? What all transpired? Why was he coming out the hospital? I still want to know why was he checked in the hospital? Why was they picking him up? For what? What happened?
I prepared myself for my son murder. But once he got his life together, I let my guard down. Oh, he fine. God got him. When they told me, and until now, it's disbelief. I know he's gone, but I don't believe that he's gone. It's hard. It's hard, but I try to keep his memory alive through just speaking on his life, And with his kids, they give me him.
Josh's mom, Diana, described her son as a remarkable individual who was an exemplary father, son, brother, and friend. Sabir Bunch was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences plus a consecutive 19.5 to 39 years incarceration by Judge Roxanne Covington. Sabir sits in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania at SCI Mahoney, a state institution where he will spend the rest of his life, barring a successful appeal. I know, I got to upload more, but your patience.
That nigga crashed out, man. Goddamn. All right, y'all. I don't know. I got some questions. I still got some questions, but yeah, man. I'm just really confused by the me and the homie coming to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? Making sure we get you back to the house. And then obviously, hey, he finna come meet up. The other homie finna come pull up, boom. And then moments later, you kill both of us. But I'm also comfortable with you walking in my house with a gun. So that means I trust you as a homie. Because if you somebody I don't trust walking in my house with a gun behind me while my back turned, that wouldn't happen. I'm not never walking up no steps behind a nigga I don't trust with a gun that I know has a gun. And you can say, oh, he didn't see it. Yeah, he saw it. When you turn around, and the nigga got his hand in his front pocket like that, you can see, yeah, when he first initially walked up, you can see he didn't see the gun out, but you can see when he was walking up the stairs and he looked back, you can see that old boy had the gun in his hoodie. So, I mean, I'm sure they know he a hothead or, you know, he a crash out, he a gunner, whatever the case may be. But I wonder what was the real reason for it to escalate to that point. You know what I mean? Obviously, he ain't got sense enough. And he ain't got no cheese to get away and go do nothing. Because, like, what are you still doing in the neighborhood? Like, running through people's house and kicking in their door and got caught the same day. Did you at least, what was the motive? What'd you kill him over? Was it over some money? Because did you get caught with money? Was it over just, what, respect? What was it over? And you saying self-defense. I don't know, man. The other guy ran out the house. He didn't have no gun in his hand. I thought it was going to be like a back and forth shootout. He ran out the house. He didn't have a gun in his hand. I don't know. It looked like you. You know what I mean? Like you, this is your fault, brother. But let me know what y'all think about the situation, man. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna make it through another one. I'm tired of the motherfucker. I ain't gonna cap to you, man. I'm tired of them bitch. It was 30 minutes. I ain't got it in me. But man, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like, man. Hope y'all enjoyed these reactions tonight. We had some good ones, We got caught up on the David case. Got caught up on the Ashlee Jenae shit. The Gucci Man situation. That was actually a good video, man. Shout out Wildest, man. He always make dope videos. Make sure y'all follow his channel, Wildest. It should go up. And the 600, you know, the human trafficking situation out here in California, man. That shit was crazy out here in Southern California, to be exact. You know what I'm saying? That was a wild one. Make sure y'all go check it out. If y'all got in here late, go start from the top. Let it run if you at work. You feel me? This has been 3 hours, 17 minutes. You feel me? 3-hour episode. Take some time off at work, man. Check it out if you're just getting in here. You feel me? I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm tired of the motherfucker. Let's see who won tonight. Oh, as far as the merch, so we was waiting on the what's the shit called? The DTG. He ordered the DTG shit. So whatever case, he said it came at 12 noon today. So it should be all pressed up tomorrow, and then it'll be this week. Y'all get y'all merch. If y'all order merch, y'all get it this week. Initially, it was supposed to be Friday, but he said it'll be done this week. So you'll have it this week. All right, so shout out to y'all. Now, as far as the winners, I got to get y'all sizes. I'm still waiting for Danny F. Danny F, I don't know what happened to her. She was supposed to DM me her size and shit. Shout out to Danny F. And then right now, let's see. Mile High Stepper. Shout out Mile High Stepper, man. Matter of fact, hey, just hit me in the Discord. Go to the gold room. If you're a member, is Mile High Stepper a member? Oh, he's a member. Yeah, go to the, just give me your size and Danny F. Just let me know your sizes. Our Lady Ann, get Danny F. If y'all talk, whoever talked to Danny F, get her size for me, man. All right. I'm gone, man. Make sure y'all smash the like. Make sure y'all leave a comment, man. Go run the comments up in this video. Run the comments up, you know, feel me? Make sure y'all smash the like. Make sure y'all hype me up when y'all see these reactions. Let's get this shit going in the algorithm. The channel is growing. You know what I mean? We get a lot of love on this motherfucker, a lot of engagement. Let's keep that shit going. Keep that shit growing. Love y'all, Taser Gang. I'm up out of this motherfucker. Big Uno, it's time, man. I gotta go.
You got a video you want me to react to? Join the Ace Kit Discord right now. Scan the QR code on the screen, hit the entertainment tab, click reactions, and drop it in. Super easy. Submit today.
Food beats.